Yes. Hey there.
Hey.
Nice to see you. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot.
You had a nice weekend, I trust.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yes.
beautiful.
Oh.
No complaints.
Wow.
How could you complain, really?
Can't.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how about you?
Huh?
How about you? How was your weekend?
Well, it was great.
Good.
Thanks for asking, yes. Is it me or is it getting lighter earlier? I mean, like earlier than usual.
Yeah, it's
like
lighter,
April
yeah.
20th, and it's already, light when I'm driving in.
Yes.
I mean, I don't remember it getting light that early in the year.
No.
I'm thinking by the we got 2 more months before the summer solstice. I'm big on this stuff. Yeah, the summer solstice is like June 20th, 21st.
Right, true.
I'm thinking by June 20th, 21st, it's going to be light at 2 in the morning.
Probably.
Well, it's usually cloudy. That's why we don't ever see the light.
There's
that
usually
what it
a
is?
mist.
It could be, yeah.
Uh-huh. No, I don't know.
Lift by the...
I think for some reason this year it just seems lighter earlier in the year.
global
Maybe.
warming.
I think
that May usually is early on,
our
right?
country is going diagonally, or at least our state, towards Alaska.
Wow, okay.
And
Breaking away from everybody else.
come June 20th, it's going to be getting dark at 11:30 at night and light at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I can stay out later then.
That's right.
That's right.
I used to have to always come home when it was dark.
Yeah, when the street lights came on.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I know there's been times, many times in the year that it'll be light in the morning, but not this early in the year is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
All right.
I feel like daylight savings is a couple days away.
That's right. Huh?
This is what it feels like before they change the clocks in the spring.
Okay,
Starting to
yes.
get light in the morning.
Right.
But then they throw you off an hour.
Yeah.
And put you in the dark again.
Sure.
Pull it away.
Now, 1 more hour they're going to have to do.
Oh, yeah.
Daylight
We were saying
savings.
we need to do 2 hours this
Yeah.
year.
They were talking about that at one point during
Oh, come on. I
power
could never.
conservation times.
Could never even.
They were talking about pushing the clock forward 2-3 hours. Remember about 5-6 years ago they were talking about that?
Do like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's 4th of July. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And then fall back to Cinco de Mayo.
Got it all figured out.
Let's redo everything.
How was your weekend, Stefan? You had a nice weekend, I trust?
yeah, it was
Oh, what was the highlight? What was the big
Phenomenal.
highlight? What was the big grand finale of the weekend?
Phenomenally.
Let's see.
It's got nothing. All right, Terry, what happened with you? What was
I can't
the...
imagine anything that I did.
I just hung out.
Is there
really.
one thing that stood out to anyone here? Did anyone go out?
Well,
We have to turn to the poo to live vicariously through him, or what?
yes.
Because I got to be honest, if I go to one more park and go put my kid on one more slide, Terry,
Are you done?
I'm going to pull my hair out.
Are you?
No, it's a
Is
beautiful
that
thing.
all it was? Slide
I think I went to about
all day long?
Went to a collective total of about 7-8 parks this weekend.
Wow.
7
that's a
or
lot.
8?
Something like that. Well, it was a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, I
Big park
understand, but
weekend.
why don't you just go to the same park,
The same park?
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't you have a...
Jaden's like, we've been there.
Right.
You better move on, Pops.
Points to the map. Here, now!
This slide sucks.
I've been down it. Find me another one. Wah! Okay. Benny the Pooh.
Yes.
The booiest boo. What'd you do this weekend? You get laid? Any highlights? What happened here? What were you saying?
You did the spring fair.
Oh, the spring fair.
that was
That's right.
For a second
You
there.
did? Hot Shot went to
Yeah, I
that.
forgot.
Second there, I thought I was going to be jealous. Anyway.
So it sounds like Hotshot had the best weekend. Went to the Puyallup Spring Fair.
Yes,
Elephant ears?
I rather go to 7 parks. Anyway, what? You had some elephant ears?
Yes.
Oh, that was so good.
Do you have any women's vagina?
No.
I understand you had elephant ears.
I didn't see that booth.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know they had that.
You drizzle a little sauce on top. It's beautiful.
Oh, gee.
You didn't have any of that.
No women's vagina.
Right. Elephant ears.
Elephant ears.
No women's vagina.
Do you ever?
They're adjacent booths, Terry.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Terry asked me a very broad question here.
Well, because
Literally and
he's
figuratively. Do you...
usually the guy who does. I mean,
Terry's-
let's face it. He
Terry's
goes out
saying-
quite a bit. He's a DJ.
Terry's saying 21-year-old handsome man like yourself,
Yeah,
going out all the time,
Oh.
a lot of status in the community.
yeah.
Are you making it happen or not? What's wrong with you is basically what
know.
she's asking, if you listen to her tone of voice.
I know. I'm noticing that. Nothing wrong with me, but
Oh, jeez. He's answering like Pasty Dave now.
I know.
Nothing wrong with me.
I mean,
Got that.
I don't really apply myself like I could be.
Wow. So if you wanted to get laid, you could.
I'm sure
You're
I
just not in
could.
the mood.
Yeah, he doesn't want women's
So,
vagina.
like Pacey Dave, we have to ask the gay question.
Oh.
And we'll
Benny
ask
the
that
gay.
question when we return.
BTG.
Corey. is in high demand. At least that's what it looks like at the box office. Receipts come in for the weekend.
Whores are in high demand, Terry. Do you hear that?
Oh, yes.
Whores are?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Whores.
Jeez.
Always.
All right. Cool.
I never knew it would be at the box office, though. I didn't know you could just step up and get your parking validated and buy a ticket like that.
Wow.
That's nice, though, that they're doing that.
It
Makes it
is.
very convenient for your whore buying.
Yeah, a lot of fellas will be, there in line.
You think, Terry?
Yeah, ready to go.
Right.
Need my whore ticket.
That's right. I have 2 adults, 1 child.
Yeah.
Whores and golden topping, I tell you.
Whoa.
Oh.
Stephen.
Yeah, heaven knows you can get some golden topping in this little go-around, Stephen.
Horror is in high demand. At least that's what it looks like at the box office. Receipts come in for the weekend.
Right.
Silent Hill took first place in its first weekend out. It brought in more than $20 million.
Silent
The
Hill.
spoof on horror, Scary Movie 4, came in second, $17 million. And coming in third, The Sentinel, starring Michael Douglas, more than $14 million this weekend. A lot of people want to see that because of Eva Longoria.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Eva.
And the spoof on whores, Terry. Did you hear about that?
No.
You ever spoof on a whore?
No. Have you?
Well, it costs extra.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you can't do it, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, it depends on the particular whore, of course, but just about every one if you pay the right amount.
Silent Hill took first place in its first weekend out. It brought in more than $20 million. The spoof on horror, Scary Movie 4, came in second, $17 million. And coming in third...
And you know what it is, Stephen, so why don't you tell everyone what the spoof on whores is?
Well, it's something that I should probably keep private.
Well, the show is to educate, and since Stephen's embarrassed, or either that or doesn't know, it's a combination of spooging and queefing, Terry. It's
Whoa.
Wow.
Stop
Same
it,
time?
really?
That's what I thought, so I did not know.
not easy to master.
Yeah, I was going to say. What is it again?
But if you do, it's of high quality and top dollar, of course.
Is there a certain sound, to it? Or?
Terry, I don't even know if I can ask Hotspot to pull that one off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is a Monday and the lips aren't really working right.
That's right. It's a little early. We'd have to combine our favorite little.
Sound effects?
It's tough.
That's
I
a
don't know.
tough
I'm
thing.
ready for the combo plate today.
Ask us around 9:30. Terry.
Okay,
I'll be
well.
all over the
And then
spoof.
I'll give you, and he'll give you, and we'll do it at the same time.
Oh, God.
It's quite the combo.
All right.
Whoa. Definitely a poo-poo platter.
Did you go see Silent Hill, Terry?
No, I'm not a
Have you-
scary
have
movie
you-
person.
Have you ever played the game?
No.
You're a big video game person. I know you
Oh,
sit home
all
doing
the
nothing.
time, yeah.
Doing nothing but playing video games.
Me and D all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Steven, you played the video game? You know that's a movie about a video game, basically, right?
I did not know that. no.
Silent Hill.
That's great.
You never played the video game, I guess?
I have not.
Wow. I want them to make a movie about Madden.
Well, they do every Sunday in the fall.
There you go.
Not on the big screen, they don't.
Oh,
that's true.
Right.
It'd be a great movie. Someone will have to write a script. Not much of one if you see a lot of movies these days.
Right, no doubt.
But come on, Madden 07,
Yeah, man, no.
starring Sean Alexander.
There you go.
I want to see the movie.
All right.
All right?
Sure.
I want to play John Madden.
Oh, geez. Pooh,
Yeah,
you've played Silent Hill. Somebody here has played Silent Hill, right?
I have played
You
Silent
have. Okay.
I'm a fan of the game.
Yeah, she's a fan of the game.
Oh.
So did you see the movie or no?
I haven't seen the movie, not yet. Looks crazy though.
Well, horrors are in at the box office.
Purpose of the game is to find, like the movie, to find the
Well, you're
girl or whatever?
lost in this town with
Deserted.
this Silent Hill.
Oh,
Yes.
I hate
The hills are not alive.
Oh,
They're silent.
are they?
I don't know which is scarier. The hills are alive. Run!
That was a scary movie.
Oh, yeah, right. What's that now?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a pretty freaky game. Like it was one of those joints that you couldn't play by yourself. You had to leave the lights on and whatnot.
Okay, whatever. Now, last we checked in this fine program, when we went to break, you made a reference, and let me make sure that I understood you correctly, that had you applied yourself this weekend, you believed you could have gotten laid, but because you didn't really make a big push for it, so to speak.
Got it.
That's the reason why you didn't. Am I understanding that correctly? Like, if you had your life on the line and you had to have sex this weekend, you could have. If someone would have on Friday came to you and said, listen, you don't have sex by Monday, you're a dead man. Could you have had sex this weekend if you tried your ass off?
Yes.
Yes, you could.
I could.
Interesting. But you didn't because you didn't really apply yourself.
Well, you would have used the angle. Well, somebody's going to kill me, and so you would have gotten the sympathy screw, right?
Well, I
Yeah, you know how many times I tried that in college, David?
It doesn't work.
No.
I was too busy.
Someone's going to kill me. You want me to be dead? You want to read about me in the college paper?
You're still alive.
Oh, jeez. Anyway.
busy working. And
but let me ask you this.
sleeping.
A scale of 1 to 10. How hard would you have had to try? 10 being, oh, my, just aching back. Or 1 being really not that hard to you, man. How hard would you have had to try to get laid over this past weekend?
I mean, are you ever saying that
Oh, of
when you're
course,
trying
Dave.
hard?
That's right.
Oh, my aching back.
That's
Trying
right.
to get laid.
You know the hard labor we do around here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know the feeling, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
10 being you had to try really, 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 really hard.
Got it.
And 1 being, yeah, I had to try, but I really didn't have to try that hard at all. All right, how hard would you have had to try to get laid? This, and I'm not talking about any weekend. I'm talking about this particular weekend. That you said, yes, T-Man, if I wanted to, and I applied myself, I could have gotten laid this weekend, but I didn't.
I would say a 5.
A 5, so right down the middle.
It's pretty hard to work, I think.
I mean, you got to call. You know, it's the weekend. People don't answer their phone.
You would have to make a lot of calls. You would have to talk to a lot of people. You would have had to gone through a lot of numbers and
okay,
a lot
call
of,
me back.
she's gone for the weekend.
Or a lot of, I'll call you back, or I'll see what I'm doing. I'll hit you later.
It shouldn't take that long.
Yeah, I was
going
going to say, I mean, being in the public eye and all of that. I know, huh? Did I just stumble over that? Dump that.
Made it one syllable.
I guess it shouldn't seem like he should be a 5.
You think it should be easier than
Easier.
that?
I think it
7
should be
on
a
principle
1.
because of what he does.
Actually. I mean, it should be a snap for him.
So it should be a what, Terry?
Like a 1.
It should be a
You know
what?
what? Like it's
Just
weird out
because
here.
he's Vinny the Pooh and he's the man
No,
and he's...
you know what
is
trouble?
poo.
You know what trouble I come across is that people, like girls, will be like, "Well, I don't want to seem like a groupier. I don't want to seem like a
They
groupier."
do?
Who cares?
Shut up.
They tell me that all the time.
I'll tell you the
They
reality
tell me that
of what
all the time.
I'll tell you what I came across a lot. When people assume that it's so easy to get laid. 5 to me, actually, I thought might have been shortchanging it. Because sometimes when you actually have to put in the work, you'd be surprised how much work it takes. Sometimes it falls into your lap, and sometimes when you actually want it and you have to work for it, you have to work. Now, something that I used to come across a lot in my travels
Yes.
is women that say to you this. This is the line I heard a lot.
Oh, boy.
And I hated it.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
This is a response I heard a lot when I was
not your baby.
Oh, just when I was squared off. When I was squared off 1-on-1, I knew she wanted it. I knew I wanted it. I wanted it more than her, but still, I knew she wanted it.
Right.
I heard this a lot, and it's just them making a point to you. It's just what I'm about to tell you that they say is just them trying to give you a hard time for a hard time's sake.
Oh, everything hard.
This line I heard over and over again by so many different women. You want to know what it is? It's pretty
I
simple.
would,
It's not
yeah.
that big a deal. Now, maybe I'm blowing it up too much already. It's going to be a disappointment. But this is the line, and I heard it too many times.
All right.
What the hell was the line again? Stalling for time. The line was, I'm not like all the other girls. I'm not going to just give you everything you... I know you're so used to getting everything you want. That's the line.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you're so used to getting everything you want, but this time, blah, 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 blah.
It's different because I'm not that
Right.
kind of girl.
I know you're so used to getting everything you want.
Yeah.
Vinny the pooiest poo.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to make you work for it.
Right,
I'm gonna wait
exactly.
15
It's
minutes.
like, oh, you're the difficult one.
I'm going to wait 15 minutes.
Oh, let me tell you, you're so much harder than all the rest.
Right.
Man, you've really earned my respect. I hated it. It was such a bullcrap line.
Right.
See through it a mile away.
Sure.
Full of crap.
Okay, we'll go to the Olive Garden.
Now just, I'll buy a breadstick. Now just pull it out.
Jimmy Free Guts. 20 minutes later.
Pull out the VJ and lay it on a slab. Right. That's all you got to do.
Well,
Throw a little minestrone down their throat. They're laying it out there 20 minutes later.
yeah.
But that's something a
No,
lot of
you're
women
right.
say.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they
Sure they
think
do.
the stigma is, just as you said, that Vinny the Pooh gets it so
Yeah, it's a
easy.
snap for him,
It's a
right.
one that works against him a lot of times. And you'll have women say something like, Vinny, I know all these girls just make it so easy for you, but not this cowgirl.
No, I know you talk to a lot of other girls too. I get that one. I'm like, oh my
I
god.
hated that. So lay down.
Shut up and lay down.
The other one just, I'm about to call them too, by the way, if they don't shut up.
Shut up and like it.
Right. Terry's got
My
it down.
gosh. Mm-hmm. But just in general, it doesn't seem like Vinny's been hitting the chicks lately.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's always coming up with some kind of
You like to
excuse.
point it out, too. Terry really gets some kind of glee.
Interested?
Terry gets...
No, I just think...
Terry gets a lot of something that makes her feel good inside about pointing out how you are just not getting laid enough.
I guess so. I don't know.
Well, it's either that... it's not that...
I'm
maybe
trying to figure
he's
out
just
why
trying
this-
to hide something.
No, don't back out on it now. I think you realize he's not getting it as much as he isn't.
Right.
And there's something about that makes you feel good. Now, I'm trying to figure out whether it's one of those... I'm trying to figure out what makes you feel good about it. What about it makes you feel good? I'm trying to figure out if it's, well, if I can't have him, no girl can.
Oh, yes. I want Vinny so
It
bad.
could be.
Or I don't want to see him take advantage of star status that I don't feel he deserves. Because he doesn't do crap around here.
Whoa.
Something like that. I don't know what it is, Vinny the Pooh.
I'm trying to figure that out.
I'm tending to believe it's more the first thought, that if I can't have him, because I'm a
I'm an old bag.
40-year-old woman now, and he's 21. If I can't have him, no one can, because I think maybe deep inside she's attracted to you. I mean, I'm just
You
speculating
attracted to
here.
Oh, always. Vinny, I want your, man.
Oh, why can't you just,
badly.
instead of overstating it, why don't you just answer yes or no? Are you attracted to him or not?
I think he's an attractive kid. Because that's why. If I answer honestly, it's a whole production. I just think it's interesting. As much as you guys have schooled him on how to, take advantage.
Yeah, is he
and
not
be the
interested in
man,
taking advantage? You think
all
he'd
of
be
a
able to?
sudden,
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is
I didn't hear poop.
But he sounds like that kid, kind of.
Yes.
Vinny does.
That'd be great if that was really him.
Yeah, what if we found out after all these years?
Yeah.
Wow.
whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
Say something, Vinny.
Poop.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it is.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
Oh, my
Sam.
gosh.
Yeah, my plan would have worked great if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Right?
Pulls his mask off. I'm poop boy.
Yes. Interesting. And from the interesting to the non-interesting.
Oh,
Hello, Dave.
Yeah,
I was
Schwager.
waiting for gay.
Well, thank you, Terry. Hey, that makes me feel so much better.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, Schwager.
Actually, I was going to mention to you about Silent Hill.
You went and saw it, Schwags?
Actually, I'm going to see it this week.
Right. How was the big apartment building party you
There
had
was
over
no
the weekend?
party.
It wasn't a party.
No. That's
Well,
the same
weren't
as
you the
I
one who
thought.
said there was going to be an apartment building party in your apartment this weekend?
Well, they usually have a party every weekend.
But there wasn't one.
No.
All right.
Maybe because you went last week.
Mm-hmm.
They moved it to a different place.
Yeah, the girls found out that he's a resident, and that's that.
Yeah.
So what'd you do this weekend? Anything exciting or no?
Just go down a hill about 45 miles an hour without a helmet.
Oh, just scale of 1 to 10.
Yes.
How hard
Oh, come on. Don't
would
ask the same
Schwager?
question.
Yeah, it's not even worth asking. All right.
Not.
Not as hard as you would think.
Not as hard as you would think. I don't think so either.
You think it's a 5 as well?
No way.
Because of the show, though.
You think that Vinny and he, if you put them both out on the
No,
street...
Vinny has more skills, I would think.
Yeah, Schwager doesn't have the goods. He doesn't have the mouthpiece. He doesn't have the just the natural instincts for making it happen, for closing the deal. Vinny the Pooh is more of a, well, this is not obviously a compliment. It's more of a deal closer than Schwager by leaps and bounds.
Oh,
Right.
thank you.
But I'm still thinking that a 5 is either very accurate or actually underscoring of how much work he'd have to put into getting laid when he wasn't prepared to get laid over a given weekend.
All right.
Got to make a lot of phone calls. You have to
phone calls.
talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Should I just raise my hand and
Oh, geez.
expect it in my
He's just hit his buzzer.
now?
Need some.
They should be calling you.
Stephen is curious as to why these women aren't calling you.
Are you just not interested in getting it done? Get her.
I mean, there's situations where, like, you'll be with a potential something, and then somebody else will call and be like,
Something.
So were you with a potential something over the weekend?
well, I was.
Does potential something have a name?
Wow, it fell through.
She does.
Mm-hmm. Anyone we know?
You don't.
Someone new?
Not new. It's a recurrent, as we say in the...
A recurrent?
As we say in the radio.
In the radio biz.
Yeah.
Right, so she's like a California love recurrent, or is she like a...
Oh, no, she's
not Laffy Taffy.
No, she's a sprung, fresh as I is recurrent.
Wow.
She's not a Players Holiday recurrent. She's a... like a... In the club? Is she in the club, or even later than that?
She would say... Beyonce check on it recurrent.
So she's a
Real recent.
Real
like last
recent,
year.
Real recent. We're still doing Beyonce, right?
So like
Still doing all
05.
the music measures.
She's an 05 recurrent.
She's an 05 recurrent.
Right.
What's Terry like? Muskrat Love? Recurrent?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Terry's, we've only just begun.
Yeah.
Vivaldi.
At least I'm a
Chubby
recurrent.
Checker.
Oh, wow.
Rock around the clock. All right. So you had a recurrent over your joint? Were you like at,
No, it was
your
a-
place or what?
Yeah, we were together, with friends and whatnot at a barbecue, and it's like the classic situation where you guys are gonna, do whatever, and the friend gets too drunk and starts throwing up everywhere, and the friend
Yes.
has to help the friend, and you're like...
Plus you had corn on the cob in your teeth.
And I wasn't feeling well.
Right.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, I'll talk to you later.
But you could have texted her back like around 1 a.m. if you wanted to and said, hey, I got distracted, you got distracted, but here I am.
And I flossed.
Oh, geez.
Well, yeah, of course, if I didn't have to get up early.
You gonna get up?
Well, yeah.
For what?
The Team Men in the Morning Show.
Oh, so this was
is last
Saturday
night?
night.
Yeah, it was
Sunday night.
Right, yeah, Terry.
Sorry.
She's on a 1-day delay.
Yeah, I did.
Schwags,
Yes.
how close were you to getting laid this weekend?
You're joking, right?
Closest was when you fell off your bike and hit your head, or what?
Not on your scale. I'd be 100.
All right. So the closest was when the EMTs came to check you out after you fell at 40 miles an hour.
Actually, I didn't crash or anything. It was so.
All right.
It was just a fun thrill ride for him.
Well, great talking to you, just like this call was.
Well, I was going to
Fun
mention
throw ride.
about the Silent Hill game.
Yeah, what about it?
I've been hearing from a lot of people that play the game that
Very
the movie's
interesting.
not
Thank
as
you
good
for
as the game.
Oh, what?
The movie's not as good as the game.
Aha.
Yeah.
Because they don't
They
give you
never are.
joysticks when you walk in. That'd be kind of cool if you could sit there, like, controlling what goes on in the movie.
Yeah. That's what the Madden movie should be.
Right. Those days are coming.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Where you're fighting in the movie theater crowd as to what the characters are doing.
Right.
Who's ever winning the game controls the movie.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't get it. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, one last thing.
Yeah, Schwax.
Rehabs for quitters.
I knew he was going to hang up on that line or whatever
did
the
he
line
say?
was. Rehabs for quitters. He thinks that's a cool line or
It was
something.
on like bumper stickers like 20 years ago. Really funny.
Right.
Baby on board. Click.
Grin and bear it.
Honk if you're horny.
I tell you, Schwax, you are a cutting edge kind of guy.
Oh, man. Maybe his mom's shirt had that, written on it.
And T, one last thing. She happens.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
He is a funny guy. Now I understand why we have him on every morning.
An all-new shocker in the Charlie Sheen Denise Richards split.
Shocker!
Extras learned Denise has just filed a restraining order against him for allegedly harassing and threatening her. The
Nice. So they were married. They split up, got back together, have re-split, and now
It's getting ugly.
the gloves are off.
Oh, boy, are they.
And Denise Richards is making all kinds of allegations against Charlie Sheen, calling him out for all kinds of seedy crap.
Yes.
Seedy crap.
New allegations include Charlie has an internet addiction to sex and gambling websites.
And?
Extra has learned today Denise hired...
I mean, who doesn't, Terry? Show me a person out there who's got a high-speed modem.
Yeah.
Show me someone out there who has a DSL or cable modem and doesn't have an addiction to porn or gambling sites. Show me somebody.
That's
It's true.
right there.
But you don't want your wife calling you out on the sites you go to.
Yeah, that's why a lot of guys should never get divorced because you don't want your wife calling out what kind of porn you're interested in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
And she does.
You think I need to see twinnationbabysitters.com?
No, on the
brought up on a
petition?
big film projector in court?
Right.
I like tranny sex. Big deal.
Oh, jeez.
The explosive new allegations include Charlie has an internet addiction to sex and gambling websites.
Right.
Extra has learned today Denise hired security guards and has turned to Kim Basinger's divorce attorney to represent her.
Oh, that's serious.
Yeah.
When you get Kim Basinger's people,
Yeah.
you know it's serious.
Yeah. Who's Kim Basinger?
Charlie is denying these explosive new charges, telling Extra today, quote, this is the most obvious, immature, and transparent smear campaign designed to hurt, embarrass, and ultimately extort me.
In other words, she's got me dead to rights.
Right.
I deeply regret her response to my request for the courts to decide what's best for our children,
Right.
which has taken the form of baseless allegations that I deny.
In other words, if I knew she was over my shoulder, I would have shut it down.
She said she was into it too, Brian.
The folder said, Dell, what you doing in there?
For the sake of my children, I am electing not to reciprocate in kind. Late today, Denise released this statement to Extra, quote, I am disappointed that the situation has deteriorated to the point that it has become necessary to seek the assistance of the court.
Right.
However, my primary concern is and has always been the welfare of my children.
Blah, blah,
and this
blah.
action today was taken to ensure their safety and mine.
Of course, whatever, we're all impressed. Now, this story doesn't really get into graphic detail.
Oh, but I do. I can.
Oh, geez, on what kind of specific allegations the court case has. You have it in front of you, Terry?
I do.
I'm aware of it because I read it over the weekend. She gets pretty specific on what kind of porn sites precisely that she believes her ex-husband, or soon-to-be, if they're not fully divorced yet, exactly what kind of porn he's into, and it's not...
Let's just say it's barely legal.
It's not necessarily everyone's favorite.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Barely legal you have there, Terry?
Yes, it says here, barely legal.
But I think it goes beyond barely legal.
Well,
it goes even deeper than that.
Yeah, she claims that he belonged to several sites which, quote, promoted very young girls who looked underage to me with pigtails, braces, and no pubic hair.
Oh, jeez.
Performing oral sex with each other. That's a quote.
You think if you whisper it sounds
Well,
better?
I just.
The FCC's cool with it if you whisper it?
But it's a quote, right?
Where they're performing oral sex with each other. FCC will be reviewing it. Oh, she whispered it. It's okay. No one heard it.
Well, it's a quote, okay? It was Denise Richards' quote.
I understand. You
So,
don't.
there
You don't
go.
want to
misquote
her.
No, I don't.
Right.
It's like
And she also-
when you whisper, it's like italics.
Well, and she also claims not only young girls, but very young boys.
Wow.
Yeah. So
she's
gay
all
antics there.
You didn't whisper that.
No.
She's claiming that the man she was married to and fathered 2 children with was in his private time interested in going on the computer and watching young boys, boy on boy, get it on. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's taking off the gloves now.
She is. I mean, he didn't just go, but he belonged.
He had passwords.
Yeah.
He had
He
credit
paid
card.
for this bad boy. Yeah, pretty much.
Come on.
Yeah.
If that's the truth, and she's so horrified by this kind of behavior, then why do they split up and then get back together? Huh?
Trying to work it out, I guess.
At least we now know why Charlie Sheen's movie is called 2.5 Men.
Okay.
It's named after his favorite site.
Yeah. She's also claiming that during her C-section with their last child, he was more interested in his pager going off because he was waiting on some gambling bets to come back than what was going on in the old...
Which young boy did he gamble on this occasion?
She doesn't give names, I don't think.
Huh. So, seriously, what did he gamble on? We heard about dog track stuff, and does it say...
No, it doesn't really outline exactly what he gambled on. It was more the porn sites that she was very specific with.
He was very into barely legal women.
Yeah.
On women. And barely legal men on men.
Yes.
That was a barely legal man on man side?
Barely
that's very important
legal.
detail.
Yeah. Not legal, barely legal.
Right.
Yeah, if it's big hairy bears, it's not really gay.
Of course.
I mean, it's not as gay.
No, that's adult entertainment. Yeah. But
she also claims that she discovered that he actually had a madam, again, that he found online.
So when Heidi Fleiss had to give up the business, it's not like Charlie Sheen had to give up his interests.
Right.
He just found a substitute madam.
Right.
Substitute madam.
Online.
A bonus madam.
And apparently when she confronted him...
Online madam.
Yeah,
the virtual madam.
Yeah.
Which is really a 15-year-old boy from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Right. Man, so what site did he find that virtual madam on, Terry?
She doesn't name them.
Ah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
For research purposes,
Right.
of course, for just giving full disclosure of
But
the story.
It'd be good to get them on to talk to him.
But she also claims that when she, confronted Charlie about these situations, he pretty much told her to go F herself.
Oh, jeez.
And
That's pretty serious, huh?
yeah, and as far as
Women don't like when they hear that?
as far as the whole allegations of the restraining order.
Stephen, how's your wife respond when you tell her to go F herself?
I don't know yet.
Sure, come on. You've said it.
She claims that Charlie assaulted her during an argument at their home back in December. And
Well, what's your definition of assault?
well, she
How do
claims,
you assault your wife? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Salt shaker.
She claims that he pushed her to the ground and told her to quote, "I hope you effing die, bitch."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Now, what did he mean by that, do you think?
And it doesn't end there. There's more stuff. More words.
She's pulling it all out.
Oh, she is.
Anything, maybe a tad off center that he may have done
Yeah.
is now being dragged into the courtrooms.
Well, and then
Anything slightly, just a little bit of a minor infraction that he may have participated in is now being thrown out there for the world to hear about.
No.
Anything just slightly, just a little bit unsettling.
pretty much has threatened her life, saying that,
As I said to her, anything slightly...
Like, in regards to being in court and talking about this stuff, his response was that she'd never make it to court because she'd be, quote, effing dead.
It's a great point.
And that he also threatened her parents, telling her she should enjoy them, quote, while they are still around. God, he's doing great so far.
Did he look at his watch when he said enjoy them while they're still around? 'Cause I would take that a lot more seriously, Terry.
Yeah.
So, that's it's getting kind of ugly here.
Mm-hmm.
He's told her to go F herself. I mean,
And told her to enjoy her parents
while they're still around.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting up in years.
Yeah, maybe he's just talking about their health conditions and their elderly state that they're in, Terry. Maybe that's what he meant by that.
But he pulled a pin on a grenade when he said
Oh,
it.
jeez.
That kind of gave it away.
Why'd you have to give that detail? Anyway, this is getting a little bit serious between.
I would say so.
I don't think they're going to get back together a second time.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But if they did, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. Can't live without you, baby.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
He watches Wild Things Said again and says, I gotta have that back.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how you could watch Wild Things and not think that.
She did very well in that movie.
I don't know how she could watch his show and stay with him.
She couldn't.
It's a good show.
Man, I see the story, Terry.
love it.
I'm
I do
sure
too.
you got multiple pages here.
Oh, gosh. Tons of pages.
Wow. And you stapled it all together.
I
Isn't that
did.
nice? You're very, very thorough.
Yeah, I know. I like to stay
She can
organized.
use a stapler?
It's amazing.
Whose desk did you steal that one from?
Enjoy them while they're still around.
Right. Isn't that nice?
Nice.
Steve, how'd your wife respond when you told her to enjoy her parents while they're still around?
I'm not sure yet. I'll try that one.
Right.
Try that one. Try to impress him.
Remind me that you have to tell us how that worked tomorrow.
Yeah.
You never swore at your wife, Stephen?
I can't imagine. Well, I'm sure I have. Yeah,
Of course he hasn't.
At your wife?
At your wife, not just in
Not
her
in general
presence.
conversation.
Yes.
I don't know if I have or
Tell
not.
us about the time you called her the C word. Come on, Steve.
Wow. He wouldn't be living, I don't think.
I don't think I've called anybody the C word, actually.
Oh, jeez.
Not a big fan of it.
Wow.
Not a big fan.
It's very therapeutic, Steve.
Unless it's cookie,
Oh,
then I'm a big fan of it.
No, then you'll eat it. Anyway, you won't say it. Denise says Charlie was quite heavily into cyber porn. But not the wholesome granny tranny or backdoor cougar stuff that we all love.
Right.
He was
Granny
into
tranny, huh?
That's right.
Granny.
He was into the barely legal stuff. I'm just kind of paraphrasing here. I'm not reading precisely how the story goes, Steve. I'm sorry, Stephen. Don't call me the C word because I called you Stephen. Anyway, He belonged. According to her, he belonged. There's one thing to go.
Membership.
There's one thing. There's one thing to go to sites.
Sure.
It's another thing to belong to sites. They have you on their mailer.
Jesus. Hey, it's me, Charlie. Yeah, I'm having trouble logging in. Boy, that's a humbling experience.
And they're like, again, Charlie? Didn't we go through this last week?
Can I get a new password?
Yeah, my wife went in and changed my password again. He belonged to several sites that were questionable about the age of the participants on the site, if you will, Terry.
Yes, I'm aware.
Because according to Denise's experience in checking out these sites that her husband loved to go to, they were filled with girls that give the impression...
Yeah?
I mean, she didn't go and card these women, Terry, but she got the impression based on the pigtails and the braces on these girls that were actively engaging in sexual experiences on the sites Charlie would like to go to. She got the impression that these girls may be underage girls. She can't say for sure.
Right.
Because she didn't go and check their licenses through the internet.
Well, because they don't have licenses.
There's nowhere to keep them.
They're naked.
But according to her court statements, or at least the deposition, and
Pigtail and braces, man.
pigtails and braces were the kind of girls that Charlie would sit there and watch on the computer screen.
You know how many adult women these days have braces?
He had to pay a lot of money, of course, in monthly fees to see those pigtail and braces girls go after it, Terry.
Right.
You ever have someone with braces go there down below the equator, Terry?
No.
Never have, huh?
Steven, tell us about the time you went below the equator on your wife with braces.
Ah, yeah. Not a big braces guy either. Never had them.
And then while you were there, you called her the C word.
Wow. And I'm not sure what goes on in your house.
Oh,
Things like that don't happen with me.
But it didn't end there, by the way. The girls not only had pigtails and braces, Terry, they had, I think you mentioned this, but I can't say it's not worth restating. They didn't have pubic hair.
Whoa.
Right.
And they were,
Well,
yes.
they must be underage then, huh?
Well, I mean, that means they never had it, or they used to.
I mean, you can get it all waxed
Definitely
off.
a difference.
Yeah.
Even when it's waxed, you still see the grid.
The grid? Is it that clear?
Even when it's waxed, Terry, you still see the grid where it once belonged. Okay, there's a difference between, let's say you're a 14-year-old girl, 13, 12-year-old girl who's never really gotten there yet, or is not quite at that stage, and a 24-year-old girl got it waxed. You can see the grid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Where it once belonged.
I guess you do.
It's kind of like if you smoke inside your living room and then take a picture down. You'll see, like, where the smoke has affected the paint.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
not
true.
exactly, but nice.
Okay, I'm trying to make sense
Nice
of it here.
attempt at an analogy, and actually it gives people a visual that they can work with. I'm saying it's a workable analogy. I'm not going to say it's a smack dab right on point analogy.
No, right. Sometimes it's not, yeah. Clear.
Denise didn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. In the paperwork that's being filed in a California courtroom, Denise Richards says about Charlie Sheen, her husband, that he visited gay sites featuring, quote, very young men who also do not look like adults. Because there's no grid, Terry.
Grid-free.
Because when men get waxed, Terry, down there, there's still the grid that remains. It's kind of like a painting in your house when you're a big smoker.
Yeah. Like Pacey probably doesn't realize what his paint looks like now. It looks okay, but if you pulled a painting out that's been up for a while.
And you know what? Pasty spends top dollar on his paintings.
The Picassos?
He goes to auction after auction.
Right, whatever he has up. I don't know what he has
buying many paintings. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay, if he has his... If he pulls his autographed Quentin Tarantino picture down, there'd be a little spot behind it.
Yes. He belonged to several sex search sites. You have to belong to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
That's what a friend told me.
What am I missing here? What kind of sites are there just strictly for...
Well, you like sign up for one thing, and then you can like search specific categories, and it sends you to sites that will let you go for free or go for the amount you paid.
Google's not good enough? You got to go to Spoojle?
Well, yeah, but if you pay like $20 a month, you have access to like more than one site.
Really?
So then you can be specific about which
$20
site you
a
want
month,
to go
is that
to.
all it
Why wasn't I given the memo on this?
I don't know.
Well,
just use Hotshot's password.
Yeah, it seems like a...
Terry, according to Denise's complaint,
Okay.
according to Denise Richards' paperwork, Charlie Sheen belonged to several sex search sites where he went looking for women to actually have sexual relations with while he was a married man.
Jeez, that's dirty.
That is very dirty, and It's very dirty.
Really wrong.
It's very wrong. No married man should behave like that.
Right.
Okay. What's that?
Did you know?
You don't need a website for that, huh?
And it's free, right?
Yeah, it is.
I charge 5 cents a pet text.
She also, Terry, this is never ending. All these.
No, I know it's not. I know.
Denise Richards opened both barrels.
She's going. Yeah.
And she let it all fly out.
Oh yeah.
Because she also puts in the courtroom paperwork that she has laid out against Charlie Sheen. She has stated that one of his online profiles on an unnamed website contains a picture of him in all his glory.
Oh, wow.
In his divine engorgement, if you will, Terry.
Shoulders down. Like mine. That's not me.
Oh, it is. One of his online profiles, on one site he loved to frequent, included a picture in his profile of him in full throttle state, Terry.
What do you do? Sit there when you're in
Let's do
full
it.
throttle and just take pictures? This'll look good when I,
Terry, you'd have to have a penis to understand.
Stephen, how do you do it?
Well, I don't even want to begin to tell you.
When it gets to 100% capacity and you realize, okay, it's a very big and good day for me, you want to snap a picture.
Good day.
Because some days 100% is a little bit smaller than other days. For whatever reason. Not much that anyone else would notice, but if you know your own self, you know when you're having a big time full throttle day.
Full throttle.
Yeah, max it out in 2 3/4 today. Gotta snap a picture.
Yeah. It's a bizarre feeling adjusting the webcam buck naked. All right, perfect.
So how much of this
Sounds fun.
Denise is trying desperately. Denise is very clear here that she wants to have full custody of her kids, Terry.
Well, and the other thing too is he's trying just to get overnight stays, and that's one reason too that she's bringing all of this out.
How much of this, what percent of this, of what you've heard me talk about, what you talked about, what percent of the stuff that we've laid out as far as what Denise is claiming against her husband, Terry, what percent of it do you believe is true?
Well, it wouldn't
0 to
surprise
100
me.
is what we usually go on here, Terry.
Really? Can I just say what I think might be true
4
in
to
there?
6.
Okay, what parts of what things that you heard? What about him with the online profile where he's full throttle and
that's
waving
probably
to the
true.
camera?
That's probably true.
Really?
I wouldn't surprise me. And him finding, other women online to have sex with, definitely. I mean, if he did...
He's Charlie Sheen. What does he have to go online to have sex? What does he have to go on little date sites for?
Likes the thrill.
Well, yeah, and he's trying to be all incognito these days because of what happened to Heidi Fleiss. So, you kind of have to...
I don't believe that one. What else?
Obviously, the gambling, I think, is true.
All right.
So you think they're all true?
No, I don't necessarily think...
Which one don't you think are true?
I don't necessarily think the little boy and the young girls are true.
You don't think he likes underage sex?
I don't think so, no.
Doesn't strike you as someone to be into underage sex?
Right.
Well, it's not underage. It's barely legal.
Whatever.
There's definitely
But it gives off the impression.
Right.
They try hard to make the viewer believe that it's underage participants.
There's a 12-year-old kid on a show. Maybe he's just looking at his site or something like that.
His MySpace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. And as far as the threatening be happy that your parents are still here, whatever that thing was.
You believe that's true? What about telling her to go F herself?
Go F herself, yes.
Because every husband has it at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Including Stephen Kilbreth or no?
Yeah. Stephen, no. Well,
Would you be willing to lay money on the fact that Stephen has never told his wife to go F herself, yes or no?
yes.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Now, whether or not...
I think if he did, he wouldn't have been able to have kids.
But how many times has he said it in his head?
Oh,
Yeah, that's different.
Stephen, we seem to both be on the same page with agreeing that you've never said go F yourself to your wife outwardly, but we're now working on how many times you've said it in your head. I say the over-under is 673 times.
Wow, really?
That's lower than normal.
Pretty good
Lower
line.
than the average guy.
Boy, I'll go lower.
You gonna go lower than that?
Yeah, I'd go lower.
Driving home, and I'm just going to keep driving. I know she's there. I'm not going to take the exits.
Oh, jeez.
Tell her to go F herself.
But how many times has the wife told him?
Well, wives say, Terry, the over-under on the average wife is about 932 times.
Oh, is it?
Honey, how are you? Go F yourself.
Yeah, we're not like you people, I guess. I don't see that happening between either of us.
Do you hate? Do you can you not help but feel a little sorry for Charlie Sheen for the way he's being just bombarded like this? He wants to spend some time with his kids.
Right.
He's made that plea to the judge and the courts of California, and now all of a sudden Denise has gotten a lawyer that's just
with the reputation, absolutely. I mean, because what's his name, who was married to Kim Basinger.
But the stuff that they're just bringing out about Charlie Sheen is so embarrassing. Come on.
Well, the other thing, too, I guess...
not that part, but that part.
Oh, right.
No, that's
the other thing, too, is
it's
not like she didn't know what kind of guy he was going into the marriage.
The second time?
Yeah, so...
Like somewhere on a 5th or 6th date, she had to see him staring at a girl with pigtails and braces?
You would think. But she went ahead and married him and had children with him. And, I think it's sad, definitely, but...
I'll have to see what happens.
I don't think that...
If I'm the judge, I say, Charlie, full custody, Denise, nothing, bye.
Wow.
Next time, don't lie about a couple of things. She must have lied about something.
Well, all they have to do, it'll be pretty simple. Just subpoena his computer and all that stuff, right?
Seize his computer?
Yeah, what is it called?
Seizing the computer.
Yeah, but you have to get some kind of, court order to get all that information. And his credit cards and all that. That's easy to find.
She's the one
over-under on how many questionable things on Kilbreath's computer if we seized it, Terry. Let's set the over-under at 1,463 things.
Wow.
Over.
Over.
The T-Man. Shelley
Terry, can I tell you about all the things that are going on at this here radio station over this coming week?
Tell me.
My goodness, it's crazy. First of all, I don't know if you heard, Terry, but the date and location of Summer Jam 2006 have been unveiled.
Yes.
For the first time in like 10, 11 years, it is not at the Gorge and George.
I know. No Gorge.
We'll get back to that in a second.
Right.
Some people have their questions about that.
There are misgivings.
Some people a little bit, bothered by that, if you will, Terry. Some people are going to miss the journey. Some people are going to miss the excuse as to why they can't get home that night.
Right.
Also, car show is closing in right before our very eyes, Terry. And I'm giving away 4 passes right now. But, as you know, Terry, T-Man has opened the doors wide to find that undiscovered car model, Terry.
Right.
That untapped talent.
Untapped.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
No experience necessary is the key here.
Yes.
There's someone out there, she knows she's got it going on, but she's never even really involved herself in the modeling world, and she's always said, well, I never knew how to get started. Well, here's your opportunity. Because come this Friday morning, Terry, and for Friday only, we are having an open tryout, an open casting call, if you will.
Yay.
We are having a one day only, no experience necessary, car show model tryout where I can take 1, I can take 50, I can take none, Terry. I can take as many as I see as just that. Undiscovered, untapped talent that must be put in the car show as a full professional model for a day.
Gotcha.
And maybe a day turns into a lifetime for all I know. I don't know what happens from there. I do know that the ladies and possible gentlemen that we select, because we're equal opportunity, I guess, right?
Yeah, we are.
You're right. The people that we select, Terry, will be made professional car models for that particular day at the Tacoma Dome, doing everything that all the other models do. They're just one of the many models on that particular day, Terry.
Right.
And we will pick those ladies and possible gentlemen on Friday morning, Terry, and we will not be without help, Terry.
All right.
Here's another interesting twist. Have you heard of Rowdy Roddy Piper, Terry?
I have.
Rowdy Roddy Piper has been, well, Terry, we got all kinds of guest requests. All kinds. Some ranging a lot higher in status, believe it or not, than Rowdy Roddy Piper, and I turned down one and all.
True.
And I've turned down Rowdy Roddy Piper in the past, to be honest, Terry. But because I knew this car show final tryout model kind of situation was going to be on Friday, And because he's in town, Terry, and he wants to come on the show, I said yes to this one. And you know why, Terry? Not to have a sit-down interview with the guy, even though I happen to have a fondness for Rowdy Roddy Piper for being a wrestling fan from back in the day. You know what I'm saying, Terry?
I do.
Yeah, so that's definitely part of it, that I was a big Rowdy Roddy Piper fan, Terry, growing up. Okay?
All right.
I even wore a kilt one day. Or maybe two. You'll see it in the divorce papers. But anyway. I said yes to this situation, not because we're going to have a sit-down interview, only because he's going to be one of the many judges, Terry. You're going to be a judge on Friday.
Woohoo!
Hot spot over here is going to be a judge. Vinny the Pooh is going to be a judge. Stephen R. Kilbrath is going to be one of our most crucial judges.
But he's not coming down, right?
And Rowdy Roddy Piper, Terry, because of Hulk Hogan having that show, you know, Hogan Knows Best that everyone watches.
Yes.
Very awesome.
On Friday morning, here in the studio, it is going to be Rowdy Roddy Piper doing a version of the T-Man's TV show for radio called Piper Knows Chest. And he's going to be in charge of bosoms, Terry, on Friday.
Is he?
Yes, he's going to be in charge of breasts. He's going to be in charge of tits. He's going to be in charge of the chestal region. He is going to be in charge of evaluating the ladies who come down here, and gentlemen, and just sizing them up from the shoulders down and the waist up, if you will. It's Piper Knows Chest.
Ow! Ow!
Showing Hogan that he's not the only one who could have a big-time little show of his own.
Right. Wow.
But it doesn't end there.
No?
No, I've arranged, Terry, because a lot of people want to meet Rowdy Roddy Piper, and they just don't want to be a car show model tryout. After the show is over on Friday, Rowdy Roddy Piper's going to go over to the restaurant that I'm one of the owners of. Terry's going to go over to Sport Restaurant and Bar. And he's going to be having lunch over there. And anyone within the sound of my voice that wants to go down between 11:30 and 12:30 on Friday morning/afternoon to meet Rowdy Roddy Piper, shake his hand, maybe get an autograph, even though it's not going to be a situation where there's like a table set up. He's going to be signing autographs. He's going to be sitting there eating wings and drinking and hanging out with whoever.
Wow, but you can get up close, personal.
Terry, if you've always wanted to shake the hand of the rowdy one.
Boy, oh boy, what a chance.
He has informed the people here, once I extended the invitation, that yes, he will be there. Jeez. He's accepted my invitation to come to the restaurant, and he's going to meet anyone that wants to meet him.
Wow, that's very nice of him, and open.
Terry, is it a landmark day?
It is.
Is Friday a day to circle on your calendar?
Absolutely.
Should Mean Gene Okerlund being here say, Friday morning, April 29th?
Let's get him on. Where's he at?
That is a big day. A lot of stuff going on.
And we'll invite all the car show models to come down, whether they win or lose, to go over to Sport Restaurant. Sure. It's going to be a big shindig after the show. It'll be the show after the show.
Oh, love the show after the show.
So make your plans now.
Right.
To take a lunch hour right at noon, because that'll be right in the middle of his time there. I don't think it's going to be there more than an hour, Terry.
Oh, what if he's having so much fun?
I said, tell Rowdy we'll give him a free lunch.
Wow. Whoa. Sweet deal.
And he's going to be, I told him, I said, there could be listeners coming from far and wide to meet you, and he wants to meet whoever wants to meet him, Terry.
That's cool. That is very neat.
Friendly guy.
Yeah, very open.
And it doesn't end there, Terry, because at that lunch, anyone who comes down that signs a little bit of a, what do you call those things that you fill out when you're there, like a little slip. Right. Anyone who fills out a, what do you call those things, Stephen? You do these appearances.
Enter to win?
Those enter to win slips.
Oh, an enter to win, yeah.
We have ringside seats for the upcoming Raw show at the Dome.
Oh, ringside?
Yeah.
Wow, you can feel all the sweat and the blood?
When Rowdy Roddy Piper's done eating lunch.
Yeah.
And when Rowdy Roddy Piper gets up from his table, and when Rowdy Roddy Piper says, thank you all, it's been fun, I got to get out now, whenever he decides that is, a name will be picked out of that little, what do you call those things, Stephen? Fishbowl.
Yeah, fishbowl.
And somebody's going to win ringside seats.
Woo! Nice prize.
So the hits just keep on coming here, Terry.
Boy, they're hitting hard. Oh.
Okay, Terry.
Knocked out.
Yeah. Terry, you don't have to go the extra mile here.
I just thought it was
Speaks for itself.
Yes, it does.
But for today, 4 passes to the car show. Who wants to go? Dennis, you're on.
Hello?
Yes, Dennis.
How's it going, T?
It's going okay. Thanks for asking. Let's go to France.
How's it going,
Oh, wow, we're taking a trip.
Your name is France?
Yeah, just like the country, spelled like the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, that would be French then, right?
So,
Yes, spelled like the country as well, right?
what's that now?
Your name is France.
Yes.
Okay. And what's going on, France?
I'm just trying to go to the car show.
All right, can you turn your radio down, France? I don't need to hear.
Yeah, I'll turn the radio down.
Okay. And your weekend was good, France?
Oh, my weekend was great. Unlike Winnie the Pooh and Swagger, I got laid.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah. He got laid and he can prove it to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, this really hot bitch named my wife.
Mm-hmm. Do women scream out your name during sex?
No, they scream out that I'm their daddy.
That's a good one. And who was the lucky lady over the weekend?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Wow.
And Stephanie's from where? What city?
Stephanie from Des Moines.
And she a regular? Is she someone that you got for the first time over the weekend? What was the situation?
It was the first time.
First time.
Whoa.
Is Stephanie waking up just thinking it was the best weekend of her life? That it was a terrible regret? Somewhere in the middle? What are you thinking?
I wouldn't say it was terrible. I wouldn't say it was maybe the best, but it was up there.
I'm not asking what you're thinking. I'm asking what she's thinking. Is she filled with regret this morning that she allowed herself to be taken by France and the only way he knows how and then some? Or is she loving her decision?
Never loving the decision.
She's loving the decision.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go at it again with France.
That's right.
Well, the next question I was going to ask: Is she going to get another chance with France?
If what now?
Are you going to renew her visa?
Yeah. Are you going to renew her visa?
Is she going to get a trip back to France?
Yeah.
She can get another look at the Eiffel Tower.
That's right. That's right.
Yes?
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
It's very nice of you, France. How old are you, France?
I'm 22.
And where'd you do this, girl?
What?
Where'd you do her?
At the Days Inn in Kent.
You took her to the Days Inn.
Wow.
Did she have to put up $20 and you put up $20, or how'd you work that out?
No, I paid the room.
You paid for the room.
Oh, what a nice guy.
And the going rate at the Days Inn these days is
$55.
$55.
Wow.
Plus tax?
Huh?
Plus tax?
No, it's 49 plus tax. Comes out to like
55
total. Or
Oh.
something.
Pretty good.
Wow, it's not even a full tank of gas there.
Now,
That's for less than a tank of gas.
yeah,
You could have sex with Stephanie, too, at the Days Inn.
Now, did you meet her prior to this meeting, or did you pull her out of a club?
No. I've known her for a couple months.
Now, do you have any other attachments? I'm wondering why a guy, 22, is taking a woman to the Days Inn. Are you just a man who has roommates and you didn't have the comfort situation, or the privacy situation in your apartment where you may live? Do you live at home with your parents? Why? Do you have a wife? Why do you have to go to the Days Inn?
No, it's a privacy situation. I just like to be able to run around the room butt naked if I want to.
Oh, yes. And why can't you do that at home? Who do you live with? Why can't you have that freedom in your own place?
My cousins.
You live with your cousins.
My wife
Yeah.
gets pissed when I bring chicks home.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So your cousins... Your cousins had to hear that you went to the Days Inn and realized they missed the opportunity not only to see you bang Stephanie, but then run around naked when you're doing laps afterwards.
Boy, did they miss out.
What was wrong with Stephanie's house?
Oh, she lives with her cousins.
Wow.
All of your cousins,
Let me tell you, that's kind of a coincidence, don't you think?
Yeah, we got to get their cousins.
Is that why you decided to do it? Wow, I live with my cousins too. What a small world. Let's do it.
Oh, what a connection.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you live with your cousins and she lives with her cousins?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have an apartment. They have a house.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, so it is in a direct mirror situation, Terry.
Right.
It's nice to be that close to your cousins.
Wow.
Okay.
And you went to the Days Inn, you put the key in the lock there. Kind of a little foreshadowing. And you laid her right down and made it happen? Do you take the little paper off the cup and give her a drink of water? What do you do when you get there in the room?
Go to the ice machine.
We foreplay for about half an hour, and then...
You did what for a half hour?
Foreplay.
Foreplay, yes. Oh, yes, I've heard of that.
But,
and what kind of foreplay are you offering in the Days Inn?
What kind of foreplay am I offering?
Yes. I want to put it on the big board outside. Free HBO and...
Ear nibbling.
Ear nibbling, okay. And that takes... How much of the half hour is designated for ear nibbling?
Well, I just go back and forth. There's no designated time.
All right, but when you add up all the total amount of time you did the nibbling on the ear, it would equal about what?
About 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes of ear nibbling, Terry.
Oh. Wow.
He nibbled. He went elsewhere.
Oh, nibbled there.
Went back to nibbling on the ear.
Wow.
Then got a little bored with that. Went somewhere else. Then said, I want to go back to the ear. Nibble away.
And she just sits there and takes it?
Oh, jeez.
That's right.
Sound familiar, Stephen? Yeah. Okay, so 5 minutes of ear nibbling is a part of this half-hour foreplay. And what else are you doing for 25 leftover minutes?
Well, my hands wander. My mouth travels downwards a little more.
I see. All the stuff that Dazen expects when you check in.
Absolutely, yeah. Put that on the reader board.
Oh, geez.
Sir, would you like a map to her body?
So it was well worth the $55 and then some. Is that fair to say there, France?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Did she chip in? Do we know?
No.
He said he's probably
No.
I think.
Did she ever look at you and say, what a country? Did you ever do that, France?
No.
Oh.
I see London, I see France.
Is she
I love your fries.
Is she wearing a beret this morning?
The what now?
In honor of you? Oh, never mind. All right, so a half hour of foreplay, and then he finally unleashes the true main event situation for her. And how long does that go on there, France?
Here comes the Eiffel Tower.
About another half hour, 45 minutes or so. I don't know.
So all told, Terry, an hour and 15 minutes of love-making days in. Fascinating nights.
Now, do you throw the key back after you're done and get to the person at the front desk, or do you stay and enjoy the room for 24 hours?
Hey, you at least got to
I stayed in the room, had my continental breakfast, and left in the morning.
Continental breakfast.
Very worth it.
Nice.
Part of the $55, Terry.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Yes.
I love muffins.
Now we know where we're all staying tonight.
So she didn't stay overnight with you? You sent her home?
Oh, no, she stayed with me.
Oh, so you both enjoyed muffins in the morning.
Yeah.
Is that where you became such a great ear nibbler, because you're a big muffin guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Can't wait till 2020 takes the black light in there.
I see boysenberry on the pillowcase.
That's not boysenberry.
Oh, yeah.
France, let me tell you, Stephanie knows. I shouldn't have even asked her. She knows how lucky a woman she is.
Oh, good.
Yes. Now, where does Stephanie rank up with the women in your life right now? Does she clearly become the #1 person of interest, or is she just a passing ship in the night, or what?
She's #1.
She's #1.
Oh.
We have a new #1.
Is a relationship brewing here?
No, it's just kind of friends right now.
That's expensive, though, every time you want to,
get together.
make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'd like to go to the car show. Now, if I give you 4 passes to the car show, are you going to take Stephanie with you, or that's on May 13th, and by then you'll probably not be on speaking terms, or what's the deal?
Well, it's a possibility to take her. I don't know. It might just be a boys' night out.
It's a boys' night out.
All right.
Isn't there a Comfort Inn right in the Tacoma Dome parking lot?
Wow. France?
Yeah.
Because you seem like a nice enough guy, and because you shared a lot of details of your weekend, whether or not people out there believe it or not, I have no reason not to believe you.
Right.
It sounds like a reasonable enough story to me, Terry.
Me too.
Man, hello.
Yeah.
A little foreplay, a little
Nibbled here, yeah.
little ear nibbling, a little sex, a little muffin.
Yeah, that's what put me over the top, the breakfast.
Yeah, that's not believable.
You didn't eat.
Yeah, the president of the Days Inn's calling in saying they know nothing from muffins.
To have that included and it's only $55, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we can check that out. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
See if they're having a weekend special anywhere. The point is, France, that you got your 4 passes to the car show. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much, man.
Now, any chance you may show up at Sport to meet Rowdy Roddy Piper on Friday, or are you busy?
Oh, I can make it out.
Well, it'd be nice to see you, France.
All right.
Nice
All right? You could wind up winning ringside seats to the Tacoma Dome Raw, Terry.
Yep.
So hang on the line, and good work over the weekend.
All right, thank you very much.
I mean, is it one of those kind of performances that you can't help but pat yourself on the back?
Never had one of those.
Or just one of the many, the not disappointing, but not, man, I didn't blow it, or blow it off the charts kind of thing, or was it a terrible disappointment for yourself? How do you feel you sized up there? Oh, geez.
Definite pat on the back.
Pat on the back.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Something about the day's in, Terry.
Yeah.
Brings out the best in you.
How many people there do you think are doing the same thing?
It's just a lineup of rooms, everyone doing the same thing.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. Days in even sets off a timer. That's been 30 minutes. To make an announcement. That's been 30 minutes of foreplay. You can move on to level 2.
It's like speed dating, speed sex.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Hang on.
That all the time.
It's every day in your house.
I'll tell you what, speed sex is... It's not a 30-minute foreplay thing for me. That's true. Pasty, you can pick him up anytime now. There he is. He's France.
Hey, Francie.
Oh, yeah.
Francie.
Hey,
You need out for smoking rooms or anything,
Going to the car show.
Yeah, I need to smoke in there, so let me know.
Do you have a favorite car?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Mustang? Yeah.
Quelle coincidence.
I got 95 Mustang. Yeah. It's on its last leg, but it's still trucking. Yeah.
Oh, Pasty.
Still trucking.
Is there a reason you're making small talk with the winner? Or?
Get to know a little bit about France.
Right?
Seemed like a nice guy.
Yes.
One's an invite.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if he's willing to spring $55 on him.
Yeah, you kind of just hide in the closet and watch.
The T-Man.
The all-new shocker in the Charlie Sheen Denise Richards split.
No, I know we talked about that for about a half hour, Terry.
Right.
But I forgot to mention one very cool detail of this divorce court paper thingy.
Okay.
We talked about the fact that Denise Richards is making it clear that Charlie, in her opinion, loves to go to underage porn sites, women on women, and men on men. If you're just tuning in, you missed that. But what it also says here that I didn't mention when we discussed all the laundry list of allegations she's now making against a guy that she has 2 kids with, by the way,
right,
and spent 5 years in a marriage with, all of a sudden now he's the creepiest thing in the world, Terry.
Right.
She also puts in the paperwork that is going to be reviewed in a court of law in California, Terry. She puts how there was one afternoon, and Denise Richards describes the situation as Charlie Sheen ripping one of the blown-up pictures that was framed of their wedding day off the wall, Terry. Rips it off the wall, saws it in half, and spray paints the words, "The dumbest day of my life," over it.
Wow.
That's sweet.
Is that beautiful?
That's just nice. Yeah.
What a nice guy.
You gotta be a little frustrated. You gotta be a little built up with anger to do that, huh?
Yeah, and if you're Charlie Sheen, you've had plenty of dumb days in your life. For that to be the dumbest?
Yes, and for Denise Richards to have to sit there watching her husband. I mean, if it's a picture you have to saw through, it's a pretty big picture. They blew it up.
I would say so.
Yeah. Yes, they blew it up to a nice size there. And you're watching him saw through it, and you think he's done there. Once you saw through it, you feel like he's gotten his anger out, but then he grabs the spray paint, and when you shake it up, you hear a little bulk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he spray paints the words, "The dumbest day of my life." And you have to sit back and think, you've had only dumb days.
Yeah.
And this is the dumbest?
Wow.
The day you married me?
Jeez.
That's great.
He's a great guy.
The description of that day is also in the court paperwork, Terry. So she is holding nothing back.
It doesn't seem like it.
Speaking of holding nothing back, Terry, he said, making a very nice segue. I just got the paperwork on, speaking of paperwork, on the Monday Night Raw that's going to be at the Tacoma Dome on May 29th.
Uh-huh.
Do you know it's the first time Raw has been at the Tacoma Dome in over 5 years, Terry?
Really? Wow.
It's Raw's return to the Tacoma Dome after more than 5 years of not being there. Yes, many years have passed, but it is back.
Weren't we involved in that 5 years ago with the
Train,
ring? Yeah, the Ho Train.
Was that when that was?
Yeah, that was the Ho Train?
The last time we did it was the Ho Train?
We're at the old building, yeah.
Really?
That was a while ago.
No, the Ho Train was more than 5 years ago.
Well, it says it hasn't been at the Tacoma Dome in over 5 years.
Yeah, 2000 was 6 years ago.
Okay, so it was 2000.
Whoa.
2000.
So Stephen was out parading in his pimp gear with the Ho Train?
Yeah.
Is that when that was?
Try that outfit on now, big boy.
Yeah.
He had it on over the weekend, don't worry. That was a while ago. That was
amazing.
a fun night.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
It was.
And the girl fell in the rain.
That's what made it fun. We picked a nice Ho Train, by the way.
Yes,
Who was the
definitely
wrestler
did.
who had the Ho Train?
The something daddy. Something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, who was it?
He's not around anymore. Wasn't around he didn't really make it that big.
Right.
I don't remember. But anyway, it was kind of lame, I remember.
Boy, oh my gosh.
But the Ho Train that night was the best ever.
Yeah.
Let's do a Ho Train. Where are they now?
Find out where the girls from the Ho Train are?
Yeah.
All right.
How they look.
Later this week, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for the Ho Train. Where are they now segment.
How many kids amongst all of them?
But that's why Rowdy Roddy Piper is going to be in town, because this Saturday the tickets go on sale, Terry. So after turning down guest after guest after guest over the years and years and years that I have, Terry, I accepted Rowdy Roddy Piper because Friday is our car show undiscovered model selection morning. Rowdy Roddy Piper is going to be a judge in here. He's going to be in charge of the brass, and it's going to be Piper Knows Chest. Yes. Woo! So that's all going to work in fine, and then he's going to go to the restaurant, and it's all going to be good. And we have 5 pairs of tickets aside from the ringside seats.
All right.
So we got a lot of stuff. We got 5 pairs and the ringside seats we're going to give away at Sport Restaurant. But at Raw, it's already been announced that guaranteed to appear, or at least scheduled to appear, I shouldn't say guaranteed because you never know in the business, but WWE Champion John Cena is going to be there.
Okay.
I know you're a big fan, Terry. Triple H, I know you're a big fan, Terry.
I know Triple H, yes.
Ric Flair.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
There's someone.
Didn't he just pummel
around
somebody?
your age, Terry?
Just beat up a cop or something recently?
Oh, in real life?
Yeah. He's got in trouble for something. He pulled over and beat somebody up or something.
Shawn Michaels, scheduled to appear, Terry. World Tag Team Champions, Big Show and Kane.
Oh, wow. Still in the game,
scheduled to appear, Terry. Edge, Rob Van Dam, Shelton Benjamin, Intercontinental Champion, I believe, Terry. Scheduled to appear. The Masterpiece, Chris Master, scheduled to appear, Terry.
Whoa.
Tori Wilson, scheduled to appear.
Okay.
Rather it be Tori Wells, but...
Oh, yeah, me too.
Speaking of old school.
Love her.
Yeah,
one of my all-time favorites.
I'm glad you know.
Might be top 5.
Stephen, tell everyone who Tori Wells is, please.
Oh, a very attractive young lady who was a wrestler.
That's Tori Wilson. I'm asking who Tori Wells is. Tori Wells, go ahead.
Tori Wells is a very attractive young lady who you had fantasies about as a young child.
It was like high school, college for me.
Pornography. Is she a porn actress?
Porn. Listen how he says porn.
Pornography.
Pornography. Porn.
She was a fine porn actress, Stephen.
Tori Wells, huh?
He's looking her up right
Night
now.
Trips 2. You'll enjoy it.
Are you spooging her? Googling her right now, Stephen?
Googling her.
Is she Asian? Or is that
Is she Asian? No.
Okay, well, I must have spelled it wrong, because there's an Asian Tori Wells.
Yeah, they ripped her off.
Yes.
Is it T-O-R-I?
I don't know.
I think it's T-O-R-R-E-Y.
Yeah.
Really?
I have a DVD. I'll go home and check it.
She has a little nose ring.
That's right.
Whoa.
I think she's out of the biz. Which makes it a collector's item.
Yeah, the DVD I have is entitled The Return of Tori Wells.
Oh, she's back.
That's right.
With a vengeance.
And she was better than ever.
That's right.
Yes. Kind of like Ric Flair. On occasion, she beats up a cop.
Yeah, they have like the same hair.
Yes, they do, in fact, have the same hairdo. And hair don'ts. Stephen.
Yes.
What did you find out about Tori Wells? What do you got there?
Well, I haven't really found any. Here's some right
This is
here.
before the days of Kobe Ty. This is before the days of Before the days of Animal. Kobe Ty's my number 1?
Yeah, right?
Well, I don't remember ever saying that to you, but...
I thought she was.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay.
But I got a lot of number 1s.
Do you?
Give her the Kobe beef.
Give her the number 2. What's that now, Stephen?
Well, I'm having trouble with EY. I don't know if that's right or not.
How about IE?
The porn master.
I think IE is probably better.
Well, the show goes no further until you give us a full background on what you find on Tori Wells.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I searched Tori Wells, T-O-R-R-I-E, and it says looking for adult movies, so I'm sure that's how it is.
All right, well. We'll have to get back to
I don't know why I'm having trouble.
Yeah, why don't you just go to wikipedia.com.
Wikipedia. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I'll handle it for you.
That'll handle it. It's scary.
Night Trips 2, I think she was in. Loved it.
Isn't there like an IMDb for porn?
Yes.
What's it called?
Adult Movie Database.
Oh, my God.
That's what a friend told me.
Yes.
Somebody just texted me and told me that.
Yeah, that was quick to get that.
Yes, we're very real time around here.
Oh,
Steve.
yes, I am over 18.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, big boy.
You sure you don't need to check yourself, Steve?
Star is Tori Wells.
Jerry, what do you got there? What else do you have? Stephen is going to give us a
0 movie star matches.
Oh, wow. You
Spelled
can't...
it wrong or something.
Go ahead.
You can't find her. It looks like Mets broadcaster Keith Hernandez got into a little bit of trouble this weekend, and he has apologized for his comments he made on Saturday about a woman being in the dugout.
People are still making apologies for things they say, Terry?
I guess so. Yes, they are. And what happened is this. Apparently, Mike Piazza had his second home run in the game. The Mets and the Padres were playing each other.
Right. Former Met Mike Piazza hit a home run against his old team.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Because he's on the Padres now, right?
He is on the Padres
Okay.
now. Yeah. So he's in the dugout.
With his porn star mustache.
Well, he's, going into the dugout and high-fiving everybody.
He's high-fiving everybody.
Woo, yay, second home
Quite
run.
the team guy,
Yes,
Terry.
he is.
All right.
And as the camera scans, he sees him high-fiving this woman that's in the dugout.
Who does? Keith Hernandez?
Keith Hernandez does, yes.
All right.
And so then he questions his co-anchor or whatever, saying, who is that woman in the dugout?
'Cause that's what you are on a sports broadcast. You're anchors.
Well, yeah, I guess so, right?
Well, I heard this story, actually. I think I know where you're going with this.
Right.
He got in trouble for
the comments.
What was the exact comment he made about there was a woman in the dugout?
Yes, there was a woman in the dugout.
Mike Piazza high-fived a woman in the dugout, which seemed peculiar to Keith Hernandez, who played baseball on the championship team for the Mets in the mid-'80s, Terry, and was a player from the late '70s to the late '80s. And he's not accustomed to seeing women in the dugout. Now, here we are in 2006, and I can't remember a time that I can think of seeing a woman in a Major League Baseball dugout. So this struck Keith Hernandez, and I'm sure a lot of people rather odd that there is a woman sitting in the dugout.
Right.
What's going on here?
Well, and after, they finding out what the deal is with her, they found out that she was a massage therapist, so she's part of the training
So
staff.
they were so intrigued by a woman being in the dugout that they researched why the hell she would be there.
Yeah. Who is this
Because
woman?
Keith Hernandez knows you keep your women back in the locker room. You don't let them sit in the dugout.
Well, actually...
Your wives could be watching.
It's a man's world.
It's actually further back than that.
So Keith Hernandez was so perplexed by why there was a woman in the dugout that he had the whole crack staff of the Mets working on why she was there, and they determined she was like part of the training staff.
Yes, she was a massage therapist.
Massage therapist.
Yes.
Not often you let your massage therapist sit there on the dugout bench. But the Padres must think a lot of her. You never know when someone's going to need a quick 10-minute-er.
Okay. Anyway, so his quote was this.
Uh-oh.
I won't say women belong in the kitchen.
I won't say women belong in the kitchen.
Yes.
Yes.
But they don't belong in the dugout. Ow! Yeah, that's nice. Whatever, Keith.
Well, I'll go a step further, Terry, and say they do belong in the kitchen.
Whoa! Now, come on.
Well, why not? I mean, who doesn't belong in the kitchen, Terry? We all belong in the kitchen.
Sure.
I mean, you should be cooking, but we all belong in the kitchen.
You can stand there, right?
Well, why doesn't she's not allowed in the kitchen? She's banished? Banished from the kitchen? Of course, it's a very...
Well, we are, in 2006 here, where it's all more of an equal opportunity.
That's fine, but you still belong. I belong, you belong, we all belong. What's wrong with that statement? Big deal, man. He had to go out and apologize?
Yes, he did.
Like right after he said it, or did they come to him and talk to him, and the next day he had to make a statement in like a real big spectacle kind of way? Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday on the broadcast, I insensitively said that women don't belong in the kitchen, but they certainly don't belong in the dugout, and I was wrong, and I apologize. Translation, I want to keep my job because I can't play baseball anymore.
It was the next day, Sunday.
That is so just unnecessary. Did he say something so horrible? He's a guy who played baseball in the 80s.
I understand.
He's an old school guy.
Sure.
He's not ready for the modernized world where they're going to be women in baseball dugouts.
Well,
frankly, I don't know if a lot of people are ready to see women in baseball dugouts, and if you ask them honestly, they would tell you that. But hey, the way the world is evolving, maybe the first female baseball manager is not too far down the pike.
Whoa, watch out.
She's got some chew in her mouth, she's grabbing her sack, she's going out making pitching changes.
That'd be cool.
Making the call.
That's right.
The call to the bullpen was...
Yes, and boy, she likes to talk on that phone.
And she still hasn't put it down. What possibly could she be saying?
Right. Very chatty, this manager here.
Painting her toes during the game. You need that crap.
I don't see her on the bench. She must have went back in the clubhouse to change her rag. Okay.
Oh, man.
The point is, Terry, that I don't think it's such a huge deal. They made it a huge deal by making him make a statement the next day.
Well, but...
Poor guy. He won a championship for the Mets, and the Mets have to leave him out to dry like that?
But still, I mean, we are in the year 2006, and granted, I understand you're an old school guy, but you would think, knowing that there probably are a number of female trainers.
A lot of women watch baseball, and I'm sure some women were offended. They would have gotten over it. I'm sure they weren't that offended. They don't really care what Keith Hernandez thinks. I've seen him. I watch Met games on the dish, Terry, and I like Keith Hernandez and what he brings to the color commentary of the game. I don't care what his thoughts are on the way of the world these days.
Well, but, sometimes it's better just to keep your thoughts to yourself.
Well, and even if he doesn't, he doesn't have to make some grand spectacle statement the next day.
Well,
please.
Yeah. No women in the dugout, but if the Moose wants to jump around like a jackass and distract everybody, that's cool.
That's fine.
But no women.
We've come to expect that.
Yeah, the Moose is fine. Jesus.
Let me see that story, please.
You find Tori Wells yet, Stephen?
Oh, jeez.
Well, yeah, we spelled the last name wrong. That was the problem.
How do you spell the last name? How many ways to spell Wells?
Welles.
Oh, Wells.
Yes. She was in Vanilla Fudge.
That was an old band, too.
Because her well goes so deep, Terry. They got an added E.
Oh, yeah. Vanilla Fudge.
Wow, really?
Flush Mountain.
Oh, jeez.
It says here that Keith Hernandez was speculating whether she was the new version of Morgana the Kissing Bandit.
Nice.
I won't say women belong in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But they don't belong in the dugout.
Yeah. If you have to qualify it with a statement like that, good chance something fun's coming after that statement.
Okay. You think?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, you're hanging on that pause.
Yeah.
I won't say women belong in the kitchen.
Can't wait to hear what's next.
Yeah.
But they don't belong in the dugout.
There you go. He didn't let you down.
But I'd like as many as possible to come back to my room in San Diego. Here, we're staying at the Red Roof Inn.
Right.
Exactly.
Mustache rides 10 cents.
Whoa.
But if she works for the team, I don't think it's that big. It shouldn't be a big deal.
Be that big of a deal.
Well, why?
And who knows, for whatever reason, they needed her out there in the dugout.
Why? If she's the massage therapist for the team, are they getting massages during the game? Why is she in the dugout?
Maybe the pitcher's arm was sore and she was massaging it back to health.
Could have been.
Just a tip.
Whoa.
Steven really loves that.
He does.
He actually reiterated, this is before he apologized the next day, he reiterated in the next inning, I stand by my statements because he was being questioned by his colleague there, Terry. I think this is a man's game, and I feel very strongly about that.
Oh, man. A man's game.
Only for the manliest.
He kept making it worse then, it sounds like.
I know. Just keep piling on. Just.
It almost sounded like it was tongue-in-cheek at first, but after hearing the rest of the comments.
Yes. Right. Well, there it is.
Yep. So he's apologized.
Mariners have their massage therapists on the in the dugout there?
No, I know that they do have a female massage therapist.
I don't want that bitch anywhere near that place.
Whoa!
I keep her ass out of here.
Yeah, Lupino has very strict rules. What are those rules there, Lou?
You keep that bitch away from the dugout, okay? Tell that faggoty Moose to stay away, too.
Moose give you a reach around? What's with the harsh comments towards the Moose?
I'm just sick of the Moose.
I understand.
It ain't working, okay? This team sucks.
Even the kids have a problem? What's the deal?
Come up with a new mascot, would you?
The Moose.
What kind of ideas do you have to throw out there for a new and improved mascot?
Maybe like a human dipping dot or something. Maybe that's what that's what the kids like these days. Okay, they want ice cream. They want a stupid moose. It scares the hell out of them.
Who's going to prepare those dipping dots for you there, Lou?
Some woman probably. I
mean, who's qualified to prepare the dipping dots for you, Lou Pinella?
Probably some woman. After she's done rubbing me down.
Right.
Get in there and make the dots, bitch.
Got it.
Okay.
Sounds like a good policy there, Lou.
Thank you so much.
But you're a little old school yourself. You realize that, Lou, right?
I'm probably a little more than old school. And I ain't graduating.
Gotcha.
Anytime soon.
So, Terry, I mean, if Lou is backing up the statements of Keith Hernandez in such a strong way, you can't blame Keith Hernandez for feeling that way.
Must be true, then.
All right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if the Mariners don't have a massage therapist in their dugout, they better start. Because whatever they're doing, it's not working.
Right. Massage somebody's arm.
You right?
Oh, jeez. And they've had that massage therapist for a number of years.
You know for a fact the Mariners have a female massage therapist. Well, I'm sure a lot of teams have female massage therapists, and that's the point. You don't see many of them on the dugout. In the dugout, they're high-fiving players after they hit home runs, Terry.
Well, for whatever reason, she was called upon to be in the dugout.
Okay.
I think she just wandered out there just 'cause.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, you're playing a little baseball game? Oh, I didn't know.
Wow. Happened to be in the neighborhood?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I was, I just got done with some cookies.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Thought you might like your favorite oatmeal raisins.
Okay. Here, fellas.
So what if it was a guy massage therapist? Would he be allowed? Or just no massage therapist?
Nobody would care. No one would know.
Nobody would care.
No. All right.
Okay, Felix, time for your massage.
It's a don't ask, don't tell policy. Massage policy. What else is going on?
Super tight.
Oh, geez. Well, it seems like they're ready to forgive Keith Hernandez in New York and all over the country, right? No one's going to make a big deal out of this, right? Because the tendency is, after you make an apology like that, it just makes it worse. That's why I never apologize.
I don't think you ever have, right?
Anyway,
you had lunch with the Mariners people. Did you talk to them about Guardado?
I actually
that's
did.
right, you did.
I did have lunch with the Mariners people, and I did tell them about Gordito, and I told them that it's an unbelievable state of affairs that they're allowing this guy to still come in the game with games on the line.
And his response was?
We're working on this.
Right. We just want one win this weekend. Oops.
What else is happening, Terry?
In Appleton, Wisconsin, a man...
I mean, nothing personal against him. I don't know the guy.
Right.
But the bottom line is, he comes in, and everyone is just waiting for him to blow it, including the players on the field. You can feel it.
Yeah.
It's a tangible feeling. Luckily, they're not putting themselves in position to win games anymore.
Right.
That's true. That might be kind of the draw now, though. Okay, it's a tie game. Watch this. This is going to be awesome.
It'll be great. They're going to lose.
Yeah,
It'll be great.
something to root for.
What else is happening, Terry? What else is going on in the world, please?
In Appleton, Wisconsin, a gentleman is accused of forcing a removable shower head into his girlfriend's mouth and then turning on the water.
Oh, that's hot.
Jeez. Yeah, he has pled no contest.
You got to size him up, Terry. See the maximum capacity of width and girth that the particular female that you're squared off with can handle.
Yeah, that's really
before you give her the real deal.
Just turn on the water full blast.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
turn on the water full blast?
Yeah, turn on the water. It wasn't like a
full
nice,
blast and
nice
like start trickling out of her ass or what?
Well, you know.
And full blast, that's pretty heavy.
Well, it's not like it was just a little bit, here, let me try it, a little bit here, a little bit
So he
here.
did this in a violent way is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
He pled no contest to charges of false imprisonment and disorderly conduct.
False imprisonment?
Yeah.
So he was like keeping her against her will and stuff?
Something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when you keep a woman against her will, you start to do things like shove shower heads in her mouth.
Yeah, and turned on the water and jammed the nozzle into her mouth until water came out of her nostrils.
Water came out of her nostrils, but not her ass.
No.
There's no reference in the report that says it came out of her butt.
Yeah, no,
I don't know why I'm still focused on that. Anyway.
It could have been that bad then.
Yeah, probably.
just
harsh.
flying out of her nostrils is not that bad. Here, let's try it on you, Stephen.
Wow.
Okay, then, why don't we?
Terry, how big a shower head do you think you could take? Show me with your hands.
Oh, jeez.
That big.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, when I open up.
A pasty.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, the magnum size, baby.
Come on, I've got mud flaps. What do you want?
Oh, jeez. So he shoved. I mean, as much as you can, in a particular situation, perhaps dominate a woman as it pertains to physical strength, okay? As much as that may or may not be the case, as much as, let's say, for this scenario, it may be the case. Mm-hmm. As much as you dominate a woman on a physical level, can you, even given that, can you force a shower head in her mouth if she doesn't want it forced in there?
I'm not seeing it.
I mean, maybe you ought to beat her senseless because you have this physical advantage over her, which is obviously wrong. And Keith Hernandez would agree. But
yeah, right.
I mean,
well, he did punch her in the face, but it says in the story that he did drag her into the shower.
You'd almost have to think a woman would have to be unconscious to force a shower head in her mouth.
Yeah, well, I don't get that.
I'm sure that if a hot Scott,
you would need about.
I'm thinking here.
You need a team of at least 3 guys to hold a woman to such an extent to get a.
You could do that to your wife if you got angry enough. I mean, your adrenaline.
I can't even take her to her. She gets violent, she becomes like the little Filipino Tasmanian devil.
Wow.
Hot Shot, what about
kicking
you?
and scratching.
Your wife's a petite thing, too. Yeah.
What about me?
And you're kind of a big guy.
Can I shove a shower head in my wife's mouth against her will?
Could you do that?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you put a forearm on her throat and
well,
hold her down?
Let me see if I got that right. Yeah. Forearm on the throat.
Mm-hmm. You drag her.
I don't know how you. What about her arms?
Well,
forearm on the throat takes care of her arms?
My white body kind of covers the arms, too.
Mm-hmm. So your legs are on her arms.
Mm-hmm. No, but I got it. Yeah, like my
forearm on the throat, and then the other free hand shoving the...
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we break down the ways to forcibly put a shower head in somebody's mouth here on the program.
She says, are we having sex again? What are you doing to me?
I pinch her nose shut so she'd have to breathe through her mouth, and that's how you get her to open her mouth.
See, I think with the squirming and with the turning over on their stomach... Yeah. Even though you got them dominated, assuming you do, it's still next to impossible to shove a shower head down a woman's mouth who doesn't want a shower head shoved down her mouth. Now, a lot of occasions a woman would, but you got to take for granted that this particular woman that you're visualizing, Terry, doesn't want it shoved down her mouth. And I don't know how you make it happen.
It'd be tough.
Even forearm on her throat. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure you can make that happen, so I question the validity of this case. Okay, good. Case dismissed, jury excused. Guy's free.
Associated Press there, by the way.
What's that now?
I got it from the Associated Press.
May I see that story,
you
please?
May.
I bet you'd be better at it than you think.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
you look like a real natural.
I got the bill for it?
Oh, yeah.
Appleton, Wisconsin. A man is accused of forcing a removable shower head into his girlfriend's mouth. And once it was there, he turned the water on full blast.
See, it's a removable one. Easy.
So you're telling me...
You don't have to hold her up to it.
You're telling me even if you're going to convince me that he's able to put the shower head in her mouth, while he's going to put on the water, she can't just take it out?
Yeah, what do you have, a third arm?
Well,
Wonder hold her down.
Turn the water on.
How long the little hose thing is. I mean, if it is pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And if you have her laying...
Depends who you're dating, Terry.
And you're like kind of sitting on her a little bit with... I mean, you
first person to calm down.
Yeah, we have to put this to the test. The first lady to come down. The 39-year-old Appleton woman wanted to leave, but the man dragged her into his bathroom shower, punched her in the face.
Right.
This is pretty serious.
That might explain it if she's unconscious.
Yeah,
well,
maybe
but she
was
wasn't
unconscious.
It doesn't say she was unconscious.
The punch in the face probably left her pretty woozy.
Well, yeah, probably.
See, I didn't factor that in.
A little stunned, yeah, sure.
I thought it was more loving than that, Terry.
Yeah. Oh, honey, try this out.
He then removed the shower head. Oh, he turned the water on before he jammed it in her mouth.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's all coming together now.
Yeah, but the water still shot out her nostrils.
He removed the shower head, turned on the water, jammed it into her mouth until water came out of her nostrils, according to the complaint.
Yeah, wait till the guy's in prison, find out about this.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have one shut up his ass.
And he's gonna ask for more.
Yeah, he might like it.
The T-Man.
The controversial John Lennon seance on pay TV in demand.
Right.
The special airs tomorrow. You pay $9.95 and supposedly see the seance as it reaches the spirit of John Lennon.
Yeah, actually, that's tonight, Terry. The seance to reach John Lennon. What do you think?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You still want to reach him, huh? Wow.
That's on pay-per-view. You spending $9.95 for that?
$9.95. How about no?
Because you'd hate to not spend the money, Terry, and then find out they reached John Lennon and he did like a new version of Hey Jude or something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine all the people blowing their money.
Yeah.
Nonsense like this.
Yoko's going to be rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, she'll find a way to ruin it.
All right.
Wow.
That'd be cool if they contacted him, though, really.
You never know. You never know what happens in these seances.
Yeah. You don't.
That's why you have to have them.
Sure. That's why. And before I put down this last story that you read during the last segment, Terry, I didn't hear you mention, and I didn't mention myself, that the sentencing is scheduled for May 30th for the guy who forcibly shoved a shower head removable nozzle into his girlfriend's mouth and had the water on high.
Yeah.
He's facing a 4-year prison sentence plus 4 years extended supervision, whatever that means. Is that like extra probation? Is that probation supersized or what?
Bonus probation.
Now, I ask you, Terry.
Yes.
For a man who kept a woman in his apartment or house against her will, forced her into the bathroom, threw her into the shower, punched her in the face, turned the water on the shower, turned to her, put the nozzle in her mouth full force to the degree where Water started coming flying out her nose. Should he get the maximum sentence of 4 years in prison, Terry? Yes or no? You know, Terry, the funny part about this, before you answer, is that at one point this woman was actually excited about this guy. Now, that's the ironic part of
No,
this.
you're probably right.
I could pretty much guarantee there had to be a point at one time that she was excited to have a new boyfriend.
Sure.
Telling her friends.
Yeah.
Maybe even calling her mom and dad. Maybe even introducing her.
Well.
She's 39 years old. I'm sure she's not out of the window of being able to introduce new boyfriends to her mom and dad. There was a point, Terry, where she was excited about this new guy. She was excited about her boyfriend. I mean, she couldn't have forecasted that she would wind up in a shower against her will with a shower nozzle forced into her mouth.
Right, and water coming out her nostrils.
If she could have, I would imagine she wouldn't have been as excited as she probably once was.
No.
But still, that is a little bit of irony in all this.
I think we've all kind of gone through that before. You get excited
I would
about
like
somebody.
I would like to think that even though most relationships don't work out,
Right.
majority of them don't. You got to face the facts.
Sure.
I would like to think that most of them don't wind up with a woman punched in the face and with a shower nozzle shoved into her mouth. Terry.
No, but I
know it happens a lot.
Yeah. But I'm saying that.
But I like to think it doesn't happen all the time.
No, but what I'm saying is, in relationships in the beginning, it's
That don't work out.
always
It's always
honeymoon time.
And then you wind up feeling stupid.
Yes.
What did I ever see?
Right.
Why did I ever think that he could be the one?
Right.
Mom, Dad, this is Randy.
Yes, and he loves kids, and he's been so sweet to me so far, and I really have a good feeling about this. Fast forward.
Yeah.
6 months. Oh, get it off of me!
Right.
I mean, I hate to make light of it, Terry, but
No, it's
you can't help
definitely-
but think that it's just a little,
Yeah.
What'd you do to him? Piss him off.
Jeez, don't go there.
4 years, Terry. Should he get every bit of that, or is that a little harsh, or what are you feeling on that?
Actually, yes, he should.
All 4 years?
Yes. Just because it shows, obviously, his violent behavior, and I would fear that, he might do something even worse.
Well, actually, I don't know if that's the maximum he could get. Prosecutors, the way it's phrased here, prosecutors said they will seek a prison term of 4 years plus 4 years of extended supervision. Stephen, is that a punishment that fits the crime, or is that over the line as far as being too much for what he did, or is it not enough? What are you feeling there?
Definitely not over the line. You have to know. I mean, he went into it knowing he was going to do this, so he made his bed.
But Terry's been punched in the face, and her guy is still out and free and never spent a day in prison for it, right?
I saw him tap dancing yesterday down the street.
Never happier.
Can't catch me.
So, I mean...
he spent some time in jail.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
But not 4 years.
Not 4 years,
Not a month.
No.
Not a month, right?
No, he was in for 3 months.
3 months?
Mm-hmm.
Just for based on what he did to you?
3 months, just for me.
Just for hitting you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know you were worth that much. Anyway, I was kidding.
Yeah, 3 months.
Anyway.
Tattletale.
Yeah.
Don't tell him. Done in love. Anyway.
And then,
Did you think that was enough or no?
Well,
What'd
but
do to
you
him?
have to remember that had it, then he goes on probation or whatever.
All right, well, still,
the case
3
may
months
be.
is a lot less severe than a 4-year sentence.
Well, sure.
The average guy could probably get through 3 months, so a hell of a lot easier than
But it's his first
4 years. 4 years is going to be tough on the average guy, when I think the average guy can handle 3 months in prison.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like if they're asking for that much of time, is that this is not the first time for him. I'm guessing.
Well, it's a lot of different things.
Yes, I'm
There's
sure
a lot
it is.
involved in holding someone down and putting a shower head in their mouth.
There's a couple
because
different charges.
It's considered like, what, kidnapping in some sense?
Imprisonment.
Imprisonment.
Yeah, that's what they call it,
and assault.
imprisonment. And
it's frowned upon when you hold people against their will.
Really? So.
Not good, as they say.
Terry, now, I hate to ask you this question because I know you're very sensitive on these issues, but I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want, but you have to. If you had to choose, again, I think the punch to the face softened her up, so he could. I was wondering how he could get the shower head in her mouth, even if she didn't want to, even though he's probably got a lot of advantages on her physically. If you had to choose one or the other, the punch in the face. I know you were in a lot of pain, and I wasn't even able to talk about it. I felt so bad for you when it happened. But if you had to choose the way you remember the punch in the face being, or a shower head, what you would imagine that it would be like, having it so forced into your mouth that water comes out your nose, if you had to choose one or the other.
But she got both.
She got both, I know, and I feel bad. What would you choose if you had to choose? You only had to deal with one, and you got to choose which one you got. Would you take the punch in the face or the shower head forced in the mouth? And maybe it's forced so much and it's in there so good that you can't even get it out.
Get it out. Well, water is coming through your nose. You know, out your nose. So that doesn't feel too good.
What do you choose?
Probably the shower head in the mouth.
Really?
I would go with that.
Yeah.
I think that's the right choice.
Less damage, I think. You know?
Oh, it could cause a lot of damage internally, I would think.
What's water?
Well, but I think if, you're breaking teeth and stuff,
What if you could have turned on the switch that said tar or something? And put it in her mouth?
Oh, my gosh. Come on
hot water.
Whoa,
it's still hot water going
you could have put on hot water. That's right.
Yeah,
going through your system, that can't be good. I'm surprised you take shower head.
Well, Stephen, women have very dainty, precious little faces, and so do you. And
well, you've never
I'm
been
surprised.
punched,
Yeah, I'm
Stephen.
surprised. You've never. You're a man who's never been punched in your life.
Shocking. Not really.
So maybe you're not the real authority on this. Terry
punched
remembers
to the point where you have breaking skin and a scar.
Wait,
Terry had a
he
big
said
old
one
black
punch
eye.
or the shower head.
Terry had one punch.
It was just one
all
punch?
it takes.
All right.
It was, one punch at full throttle.
Well, full throttle. I mean, we didn't talk about that.
One punch at full throttle or a shower head in the mouth. Which do you choose, Stephen? Because you're getting one or the other after the show.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I don't know. You don't think the shower head's going to cause any damage?
It may, but I take my chances with a shower head.
Yeah.
If I have to get
it could cause you to drown.
Well, I don't know if it's in the mouth it's going to cause you to drown. You could pretty much pull it
drown in
out.
a spoonful of water. You can't pull it out, though. You were
All right,
saying
we're not talking about your infant now. We're talking about a grown adult.
Grown adult actually can as well.
I understand.
I don't know. I don't know about the shower head.
You need some
thing.
time, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I just see water going everywhere and it damaging your internal organs in your head, and that's not good.
It's damaging organs in your head.
Well, I mean, you have.
I mean, like the brain.
Well,
brain,
like
you have
a
eyes, you
shot in the face couldn't do some damage to your
Like your-
brain
like
and,
your-
and
your
your
brain liver.
eyes
A punch in the face in the right way can kill a person.
Yeah. Fracture. I
It's
mean,
weird that no one's taking a swing at Stephen. I'm still shocked.
Stephen, your time is up.
That's why I'm up here.
I'll tell you what. How about we do a lightning poll? Let the listeners weigh in on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to have one or the other. You either have to have a punch to the face, full throttle, flush on your nose or eye.
Right.
And or both.
Who's throwing the punch?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, do you have to get this?
You just ruin every exercise we try to do.
Can we just
Stephen,
do it?
the person throwing the
These
punch.
are good questions.
The
I would
person
think.
throwing the punch is at least 50% bigger than you are.
Wow.
All right? So
50%
I know
bigger.
that's not easy to visualize, considering your current weight.
50% more muscle than I do?
So you're weighing, what, about
Well, you don't
260
have
these
any.
days? So this person weighs
260,
about,
right.
well, what do you weigh? We weighed you the other day. What did you weigh?
230.
230.
something.
You weighed
No, it was
240 something.
230, actually.
When you weighed in the other day, what'd you weigh?
It was like 234 or 5.
I thought it was 239.
Keep going.
No, it was 235.
We'll split it and go 236.
Mm-hmm. All right, 236. So that 50% bigger would be about what? About someone weighing about 350, something like that. All right?
Maybe like
360, something, 370. Somewhere in that
It's
range.
like a gay phone operator coming at me. Okay.
Yeah, but don't picture gay phone operator because he's the wrong distribution of 360.
Picture a guy who's like 6'5".
Yes.
Like a linebacker.
Right.
Okay.
Whatever turns you on, Stephen. Yeah. All right?
And tight wranglers, like that kind of guy.
Well, linebackers are 360,
Like
right?
Kendall's coming back in a week or two to be on the program. Let's say you say something to her that pisses off the ogre, and he throws a big haymaker at your eye.
There you go.
Would you rather him throw that big haymaker that lands flush on your eye and nose, maybe causing its breaking, or would you rather turn to the ogre and say, you know what, can you hold off on that punch and just stick a big nozzle in my mouth here?
So being held down and have full bore water coming down in your mouth. I don't know. That's a tough choice. I don't see how you guys think the water is so easy.
All right, so you're going punch in the eye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1-866-663-T-MAN, a lightning poll.
Is it punch or shower head? Is that what
It's
we're
either
doing?
punch in the eye, either chime in with your answer, a punch in the face, or shower head in the mouth.
You're all taking shower head.
I'm taking shower head. I don't know about the rest of everybody, but I'm taking shower head.
Make a decision? I'm a little claustrophobic. I may take the punch.
Mm-hmm. Well, the lightning poll begins now. Is it punch to the face or shower head to the
mouth?
To the mouth. You're on the air. Hello, your answer, please.
Punch in the face.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air. Punch to the face, shower head to the mouth.
Steven is a butt licking a pirate.
Oh, jeez. I put that as a shower head to the mouth.
Yeah. Sure you did.
You're on the air. Punch to the face, shower head to the kisser there.
Shower head to the kisser, but I guess it depends on what setting the shower head's on.
Oh, they said full bore, so.
Yeah, if it was on massage, it wouldn't hurt as bad.
Full bore?
Well, I mean, it's you turn the water all the way on, right?
But what setting, though? It could be like,
Oh,
rain,
I see what
like
you're
rain
saying,
shower or massage or whatever.
Right.
I have
Rain
one setting,
showers.
so.
Just,
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You're on the air. Hello, yes. Very scientific lightning pole here. Please, your answer. Hello. It's your turn. Go to the next person. You're on the air. Yes, your turn.
A punch to the eye.
Mm-hmm. People going, seems like people might want to go punch here. You're on the air.
I'm going to go with the deck in the face. Gets it over with quicker.
Punch to the face.
Gets it over
Okay,
with
I
quicker,
see.
yeah,
Yes.
true.
You're on the air. Hello. Anyone? You're on the air. Punch to the face, shower head to the eye. Go.
Steven's a dickhead.
You're on the air.
Shower head by far.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, I'd rather take a punch to the face rather than having a bunch of water shoved down my throat.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, these are all men responding, Terry. Now, maybe women don't feel comfortable answering these questions.
Well, you think
maybe
since the
it's
victim was a woman.
It's just a little bit more realistic, and they don't want to consider the two options here.
Right.
But
I mean,
would
how
think-
often do you see a woman punching some guy in the face or
People
shoving
play
him?
this game all the time, Terry. Would you rather be stabbed or shot?
Right.
Come on, ladies.
Step on up.
Doesn't mean we don't feel bad for our friend in Wisconsin who unfortunately had this happen, but justice is being done as we speak. And this guy is going to have to serve some bit of time,
Sure.
if not the full 4 years that they're looking for. You're on the air.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Yes, your answer, please.
I would say shower head.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
hot.
That's the way she said shower.
Yes.
All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Take care. That's pretty hot, though, Terry. You gotta
Can
admit.
you just go on?
You're not seeing it in your mind?
No.
See, I'm not forcing it like this dude was.
Okay.
I'm
but-
gently
Yeah. Here, put it in your
nestling
mouth.
it in there, Terry.
Right.
Oh, honey.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. I would have to go with shower head
Oh,
because with the punch, you know there's damage coming.
Yeah, there's definite damage. You're guaranteed damage with a flush punch right smack on the eye or nose by someone who's got you outweighed, outsized. That's going to happen.
Right.
Showerhead, you could get away scot-free. Pull it out, spit out some water, give yourself the Heimlich a couple of times, and you're good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's the score.
Oh, well, I thought Hotshot was going to be reading that.
Please.
But we got 4 punch in the face and 4 shower head.
Whoa.
to
Wow,
the mouth.
Let's put down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you forgot Steven's a dickhead has one. Steven's
two.
butt-licking
Yeah,
pirate
two.
has
Oh,
one.
that's right. Yeah,
Those
Steven.
are extremely
Two different situations.
But the one guy
there.
also said dickhead, so.
Oh, you have 2 for dickhead?
I thought there was.
No.
Now, should we, maybe Steve had heard it in his own
Yeah.
mind, maybe,
He's just saying it to himself.
I don't know if I want to prolong this to 10, so should we make the next one, since it's 4 to 4, should we make the next one the winner, or are you going to win by 2?
Win by 2.
Win by 2, okay. You're on the air. Punch in the face, shower head to the face. Mouth. Huh? Right.
Punch in the face.
Mm-hmm. You're on the air. Hello. You could be the deciding factor if you want to respond.
It would have to be punched in the face.
You're going to punch in the face?
Oh, there you go.
Wow. So punch in the
got a
face
wiener.
seemed like it was going to be the winner, and it did actually.
Yeah, but not by a landslide.
It did close it out there,
yeah,
Terry.
Yeah.
But it seems, I'm glad you woke up this morning to find out we seem to be split down the middle on the option of being punched in the face or the shower head forcibly placed in our mouths.
There you go.
So is Gay coming out to punch Steven in the face?
Oh, jeez. We haven't heard from the fiery
Yeah, we haven't.
How's he been
Not
doing?
in a
chubby
while.
redhead.
Yeah. No weight loss update, anything.
Well, he sends me emails on
Does
that,
he?
but I don't really.
Oh.
So if he hits you, is that like a fruit punch?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, though. I would imagine the listeners care and want to know how he's doing.
Really?
No.
Uh-oh, new song.
No one's going to love him ever.
T-Man.
Oh. Hello?
We definitely have to give him both.
Okay.
You have endless love now on your ring hold situation?
Yeah, I do.
Is that Diana Ross?
Did you want to call in and give us an update today or no?
Yeah, I'd like to give you an update.
Right.
62 pounds.
I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah, we're not.
Dump it.
I'm dumping it. Hang on the line.
I gave it away.
I'm that late?
Yes.
Way late.
He's getting irritated. Did you hear that? Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Well, talk about enticement. Wait through the commercials, ladies and gentlemen, for a gay phone operator update.
Let's talk of showers and fists. Time to call in.
The T-Man.
Text mate is roll in, Terry.
Uh-huh.
At 97373, don't you know?
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm. It's 9. You already want me to call someone back already?
That last one. She sounds hot.
Got it. Let's see who has texted in today. Because you can do that. You're able to do that, ladies and gentlemen, all morning long at 97373, don't you know? That's 97373. There's not a minute of the morning where text paging is off limits. Who's that on the line?
It's me.
Oh, geez.
Oh, boy.
All right, you just sit tight.
Okay.
I've been tight in years.
Plenty tight enough.
It is 8:51 and 7 seconds. Somebody writes, actually, Nicole writes, I want to know if there's any girl out there who can fit a decent-sized shower head in her mouth. I just tried my own. Couldn't get it done.
Be right over.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no size of a shower head.
That's right. Barbie shower.
Mm-hmm. 8:48 and 47 seconds. I stuck a hose in my mouth and turned it on full force. I had to go to the hospital because I almost drowned.
Wow.
It's very serious. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Maybe I underscored the level of seriousness of the shower head in the mouth, Terry.
Yeah?
Stephen was on target with suggesting drowning is a possibility. So why don't you tack on attempted murder then to this guy's charges there in Wisconsin?
Hit a deadly weapon.
He didn't mean to kill.
8:47 and 57 seconds. Another person writes, you can drown with a shower head in your mouth. 8:47 and 39 seconds. Did Fancy Pants France surrender to the first German he saw in the Days Inn lobby?
Okay.
Yeah, the French weren't great fighters back in World War II days. I think that's the reference, Terry.
Super.
Yes. Somebody out there still remembering. The very, very extensive, knowledge-filled listeners.
Yeah?
Just another reason to hate the French.
Days. I love the French. Anyway.
They love you.
Well, sounds like it turns out they were right, huh?
8:45 and 7 seconds. Teresa writes, I'd rather have a punch in the face so I have a cool bruise to show my friends.
Jeez.
Teresa wrote that?
It's a woman who wrote that, yes.
Wow, Teresa.
Unless I got these all mixed up, I don't know. Yeah, but it is a woman who wrote this.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool bruise, huh?
8:39 and 50 seconds. I'm 145 pounds, and I can knock Stephen the F out. Wow. 8:21 and 31 seconds. 8:21 and 31 seconds. T-Man, will you... Oh, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. 8:21 and 31 seconds. T-Man, what will it take for you to put your blank in my blank and blank me? The sign, Renee. What? I'm not editing it. She puts blanks. Oh. She puts the blanks in there.
Yeah, let's call that guy back.
She wants me to fill in the blank. Renee Goulet?
Yeah.
I get like text pages from like 3 revolving ladies. Maybe it's the same lady for all I know, but it's different numbers. Renee, Ashley, and who's the third one?
Miss Melinda.
I don't know who the third one is, but it's Renee, Ashley, and there's a third one. I can't remember who she is. This one's Renee, Terry.
And this one's Renee?
That's right.
Renee's are pretty cute usually, I think.
J-Man, will you take... What will it... Why can't I read it right? What will you... I guess I'm all worked up, Terry.
Oh, I guess so.
Yes.
Do you really need to call her for the meeting?
Because in the back of my mind, I'm very sure of what it will take.
Yeah?
It's working.
Like nothing.
They brought peanut butter back. So.
Mm-hmm. T-Man, what will it take for you to put your blank in my blank and blank me?
Wow.
Well, what will it take?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
What will it take?
That's it right there.
Depends on what the blanks are.
Huh? Stephen, don't answer for me. Anyway, let's see.
I'll be out.
Oh, the wrestler's name was The Godfather, right? Someone we were trying to figure out. That's right. Let's see here. A guy at my work had sex with a fat-ass chick at the Days Inn 2 recently. She was like a deuce and a half. She was like a deuce and a half. See, if he said a deuce and a half, I would think that means she's like a 250-pounder. But what's a deuce and a half? Maybe he meant a deuce who douched and a half.
Wow.
225.
Or a deuce who put down a deuce and a half.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Steven, 225.
225 is a deuce and a half?
That's the first thing that came to my mind when you said it. So
why couldn't he just have written she was like a deuce and a quarter? That's a little too much work. It's hard to find the
Q on the...
Okay, just write the number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She was like a deuce.
We'll call that person back.
I like a good riddle, Terry.
Yeah?
No, because we'll call him back and he'll just be like, no, I meant she was like 225 pounds. And then it's like all the mystery's gone. I just like to think about it. Okay. She was like a deuce and a half. Yeah, you familiar with laying down a deuce and a half?
Can't wait till I get there.
Mm-hmm. So now that you've lost 62 pounds, Gayest, you don't have an excuse to be a effing loser anymore because you can go out and do things now. So what'd you do over the weekend?
Did you say 52 or 62?
I said 62.
Yeah, it is 62.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Not going to shortchange you, Gay.
Oh, no, don't. She's been working hard at it.
Oh. So obviously you have no excuses now for being a loser.
Oh.
Sitting home doing nothing. You're eliminating all your excuses with every pound that you lose. And I'm sure he loses a little gayness with every pound he loses. Is that a fact, Gay? With every pound you lose, you can't help but lose a little gayness, right?
Not at all.
Well, I mean, you can't help. Think about it. You're not as gay as you were at 300 pounds, 400 pounds.
You lose some of your whiteness, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my gayness isn't stored in my fat.
Well, I think technically it is. Every inch there is of you is extra gayness.
Yeah, 10 more pounds, you're going to hate Barry Manilow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
So I just want you to be aware of that with every pound you lose, not only do you have no excuses for being a loser, but you lose a bit of gayness.
I don't think so. I'll always love Mandy.
You know, we could fight all morning on this, but we'll have to just agree to disagree. And what did you do over the weekend?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk now?
Yeah, well, this is the first weekend I haven't done anything because I had a problem with the tooth and I had...
Well, I figured with the weather being so nice and with your body being in such top flight form that you'd be out at like that homo park that you're always talking about.
The loop.
Yeah.
No, I've gone out and done something every weekend since I've had surgery, almost.
Right.
And next weekend I'm going over to see my mom in Eastern Washington.
Now, that gay bathroom that you talk about in that park, is that a seasonal bathroom that's closed in the winter?
Interesting.
Or is it open all year round?
Season's greetings.
It's normally closed in the winter.
Really?
But
So is there...
They haven't opened it back up.
Oh, so it's like Memorial Day to Labor Day. And that last day, believe me, is Labor Day.
Oh, yeah. Laboring away.
Well, that's not a place you want to lay down and do this, I'll tell you that, because you get stuck to the seat. But, Gay, do they give you a schedule as to when the days are that the seasonal bathroom of the unbelievable heightened gayness is open, or do they just open it and not tell you?
No, the sign says closed for the season, but they never opened it again last year, and it's still not open now.
Oh, so it's just considered a complete hazard, I guess.
Condemned.
There's other restrooms up there that people can use.
Mm-hmm. But that was your favorite. I mean, that one tells a lot of stories. Stories that nobody wants to hear.
Yeah, but nobody actually goes to the bathroom, right?
This?
Because I want to know when you're going to actually get out and do stuff.
I've been doing stuff every weekend.
Whatever. You're sitting home doing nothing. And
water skiing.
You could get down to 105 pounds. You'll sit home and do nothing.
You want to go water skiing? I'll go.
Yeah. That's what I'm dying for.
I've never been invited, even though I've heard about people going out on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Be the flag boy.
Steven's inviting you to go water skiing.
I'll go.
He's going to hopefully tie you up at the ankles and take you around the lake.
Like the Zamboni?
Mm-hmm. Imagine him upside down, tied up at the ankles.
Be great.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ride on his back. Oh, geez.
He could be the inner tube.
I'd let you ride me.
Okay, you know what?
Geez.
What? I didn't start at this time.
Well, I'm going to finish it. Thank you very much.
So you could have just not got the surgery and stayed home and been fat. What's the difference? It's not
Yeah,
working.
you would think that he would be.
No, I'm getting out
social.
every day and doing more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry I'm not going out for a marathon yet. Jesus.
But are you hungry and stuff? I mean, is that...
No, I'm not. I haven't been hungry since.
Well, that's great.
I have to make myself eat.
So no cravings of the old food you used to.
Have you been to a drive-thru since the surgery?
A couple times.
For
like a chicken sandwich, and then I throw the bun away, and I throw the lettuce and the tomato away because I can't have vegetables yet, and then I just eat the chicken breast.
The whole
thing?
And I
usually get the grilled chicken breast, not the deep-fried one.
And how long will this last? When does the breakdown come?
Yeah.
I had a real big craving for like a quarter pounder about 2 weeks ago.
We're talking about fast food right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I went and I got one.
Right.
I got one with mac sauce, but what I did is I just...
Oh, my gosh. Seriously?
No, I spit it up.
It's only a matter of time.
I spit it up and spit it out. I didn't swallow
Why?
it. Because
jeez.
Because that way I could eat the bun, I could get the flavor, but I know my stomach can't handle it, so I spit it up and spit it out.
So instead of wine tasting, he's burger tasting.
Right.
Chews it up and spits it out.
They do that in Northern California, by the way.
I'm going to go
But
there.
I've only done that one time.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
Mm.
It was a way I could have the flavor and not have the...
Okay, I don't need to hear these words coming out of your mouth. And you said you've been to drive-thrus twice, though. What about the second time?
More than twice. I've been through more than twice. Because, like, I can get an iced tea.
You drive to the drive-thru just to get an iced tea?
Yeah.
Can't make it at home?
Something to drink.
Who goes to a drive-thru to get an iced tea?
If you're on the road and thirsty, you need to... What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I don't stay home all the time anymore. I'm out and driving around during the day.
So then you get the smell of the drive-thru, too, when you drive up, huh?
No, I like the smell.
No,
but
that's great.
I can't have the stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
maybe you guys can call each other off the air. Fair enough.
Well, I was going to ask, what are you doing as far as the excess skin? 62 pounds, I'm sure, has left something hanging.
It's not hanging any more than it was before with the fat. So, that's not going to really bother me until I lose a lot more weight.
Right.
So it's not causing any problems yet.
Right.
Huh.
What happened to your tooth? You couldn't go out this weekend.
It's infected, so I'm
How
on
do you know about
antibiotics.
his
He said it on the air.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
You got an infected tooth?
Yeah, it was the whole top left jaw.
Right.
Just really bad.
Wow.
I'm sure, like the rest of you, you keep your tooth in top-flight condition.
I try. I don't have dental insurance, so...
Oh, it's a cry out for...
No, I'm not doing anything!
Here we go.
Here we go.
Don't even start. That isn't what I was saying.
All right, here's $10.
Sorry, I don't know if this is insensitive or some kind of prejudicial statement, but I don't see a 400-pound man sitting there flossing.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
That's true. If they don't take care of the rest of their body, good chance they don't take care of their teeth.
Is that unfair to say that a 400-pound man is just as likely to floss as someone who's in shape gay?
That's not accurate.
You're not a flosser, though.
No, I'm not.
Of course.
How did it get infected?
If I would have known that, I would have prevented it.
You had a lot of throwing up, right, after the surgery?
Oh. Maybe you've rotted your own teeth with the acid from all your vomit.
No acid, because he has no stomach.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, after the surgery, there's no acid.
All right, whatever. It's very exciting to talk about. Anyway, thank you for checking in.
Yeah.
He's lost 62 pounds for anyone who was interested. And who was interested? Oh, nobody? Okay, good. And we hope you have continued success.
I do as well.
And I'm sure the day is circled on the calendar that the big old bathroom is reopening.
Oh, yeah. So they're not opening it again. I'm not going up there for that.
So there's a bathroom up there in the gay park that's been shut down for over a year.
Yeah, the gays have ruined it for people who just need to go to the bathroom and enjoy the park.
Oh, whatever. There's 3 bathrooms
ruined
up there. I did not
Is it
ruin
pretty much common knowledge the reason that bathroom is refusing to be opened or reopened at any point because too many gay activities go on up there? Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
They don't want their gay germs being spread all over the bathroom.
So the police had no choice but to shut down a perfectly functional bathroom because you and too many people who enjoy the...
No.
Well, you told us that you've been up there and you've done things up there.
No, I did not.
You've never done anything in that bathroom.
I didn't say that either, but I'm not the one that said I was up there.
Didn't he once tell us about how he did something in that bathroom?
Yes, he did.
So why is he denying it now? So you're the reason that some innocent person up there can't squeeze out a heater and when they know they can't make it home.
Nice family park ruined by the gays.
Wow.
And no one even talks about a perfectly functional bathroom that refuses to be opened by the park's commissioners because of the gay stigma that surrounds and inhabits this bathroom.
Well, all the unsafe and unhealthy things going on.
Yeah, when you walk in the bathroom and there's 4 guys sitting on the toilet seats with their jeans all the way on, not even going to the bathroom, you know something's up.
Right.
Do you feel at all guilty over this, Gay?
And how do you know that, Scott?
Well, you've told us. You'd love telling us.
I don't remember that part, but that's all right.
Well, he sits there and, services whoever needs to be serviced.
Whoa.
8 to 10 at a time.
My question is, do you feel guilty that a perfectly working bathroom has been shut down without any reopening date scheduled?
Because it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
Well, then whose fault was it?
Whoever else was up there.
You're part of the problem, though.
No,
you participated in it. You participated in it, Gay.
I haven't been there in over a year.
But you
because it hasn't been open in over a year.
But you participated prior to it being closed, Gay. So you are part of the.
Very rarely.
But
and you're able to sleep at night.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sure a couple of homeless people could have certainly used those facilities.
If they waited their turn.
But they can't now.
There's 2 other bathrooms they can go to.
I'm sure you'll ruin those, too.
I don't even go to the other 2.
Because you moved to West Seattle.
It's on your quest to ruin the whole city.
Maybe Republicans have it right, man. The gays are ruling the world.
I live downtown again.
All right, dude. Take care.
It's not my fault.
You're right. Feels guilty. And he should. It's about time he actually felt a little guilt over that. Never gave it a second thought until I just brought it up that the bathroom hasn't been open because of him and his ways. That's not what a bathroom was built for.
No.
Jesus. Got to be a boost to the self-esteem to sit on a toilet and wait for a stranger to come in.
That is.
Okay.
Somebody's text page here says, T-Man, you sound like crap this morning. What's with your microphone?
Really?
My microphone having issues?
It sounds better than it did earlier.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah.
Than earlier? What was wrong with it earlier?
6 o'clock, it sounded a little hot.
Hot?
Really?
I didn't notice.
I didn't notice it either.
It's hot.
Somebody at 7:07 and 56 seconds writes, T-Man, little girls get pubes at age 10. You obviously don't know what you're talking about. Now, I was... if you remember back to that conversation,
We're
Terry.
talking about that?
Yes. What a conversation that was, if you missed it.
Yeah.
I actually threw out the age 14. Then as I was speaking, I realized that maybe I was overestimating on how long it takes, and then I went to 13 and 12. I never thought, though, that it would happen at 10. Is that true? Is this lady
Very
right?
true.
Is
Nine
this
and
wacko
10.
crackpot
No,
lady who
very
text
true.
paged in, right, Terry?
Absolutely.
9 and 10?
9 and 10.
Because I started with 14 and 15 because that's when I was a freshman in high school with peach fuzz. How about the alarm clock going off at that moment? I was a freshman in high school with nothing but peach fuzz, Terry.
Nice.
I didn't get pubic hair until I was like 15, 16. So when I said 14, I then caught myself realizing, okay, I wasn't the typical situation, so I went to 13 and 12. You're telling me 10-year-old girls get pubic hair?
9 and 10, yes.
So is that sooner than
Isn't it good that I don't know, Terry?
Yeah, that is very good. You
Playing
don't know.
dumb.
What was that, Steve?
Is that sooner than in the old days? Like,
yes.
Well, how is it happening
Yes.
sooner?
Well,
then?
they're
Global
saying
warming?
they're saying because of all the steroids and such in the milk and the beef and
Really?
So things that their
That's-
mothers are eating.
Things that they're eating
That
as
they're
children.
eating.
Oh, okay. Not things that they're being passed down through
what?
Through the unborn.
No, they did it. In fact, there was an article in, I believe, Time magazine, I think, last year or the year before regarding
About how girls are getting
hormones
pubic
and
hair younger and
steroids.
younger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ben will have a beard in 2 years.
And they've started. They start their menstrual cycle really early.
And it's because of growth hormone and all kinds
All that
of
stuff that they
stuff
put
in
in
milk.
beef and put in, all the additives and all that
I know
stuff.
Monica Cryer had a hairy beast in 5th grade. That's all I know.
How do you know?
Because someone pantsed her.
Oh, wow.
That's why they shut down that bathroom, too.
So, yes.
Made it a shrine.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why there was such a big push for, like, organic,
Well, then, I hate to have
all
to...
natural beef.
Hate to have to make it personal here, Terry, but then you have 2 daughters
I do.
with pubic hair.
Whoa.
You ready to confirm or deny this?
Yes.
Wow.
Already?
That must have been an uncomfortable moment, huh, Terry?
Well, it is.
Like little
It
kids.
is. Absolutely,
No,
it
just
is.
to confirm that on the air.
Yes,
You're right.
very uncomfortable.
Is it-
But
is
no, it's true. It's scary.
Is it true with boys too, or just girls?
I haven't
Are
checked.
boys getting-
suddenly. Well, I don't know. I'm sure.
No, I meant early. I wasn't saying that you're...
He was dying to know about Jerry's. Just trying to tell you.
No, I'm wondering if boys are
You know, for some
developing
reason,
earlier, too.
I'm not sure. I just know that there was a big study in regards to.
You read an article about girls
Yes.
getting pubic hair younger, but not boys.
Right.
It doesn't translate over to the male gender.
I'm not sure on that. No, I just know. And actually, even somebody even emailed me an article about it, too. So,
Wow.
It is very interesting.
Yes. And the only thing
educational.
And the only thing they can put their finger on is that it may be the way they're
All the
treating the cattle.
Well, yeah, they're not just corn-fed
All the hormones
anymore.
in the milk and stuff.
The milk, the dairy, all that stuff. Now you see a lot of organic milk,
Yes.
Organic beef or whatever.
That's why everyone's going organic, to get the pubic hair schedule back intact.
Maybe so. More natural.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't feel the reasons to go organic, you know now to get your children's pubic hair schedule back on track.
Yeah, not ready to see it now.
Where nature intended it.
Right. Let's see it more at
You
12,
don't need to be
13.
cradling the baby and...
Bam, there you go.
Yeah, $6 for a gallon of milk, very worth it all of a sudden.
Okay.
I'm in.
The T-Man.
To replay message deleted.
This goes out to those hating ass females with them bumpy ass faces looking like Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, they're hot. I love those.
Yeah? Okay.
Love those ladies. Bumpier the face, the better.
Yes.
This goes out to those hating ass females with them bumpy ass faces looking like Rumpelstiltskin. Sucking the meat.
Stop teasing me.
With them bumpy ass faces looking like Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Sucking the meanest and baddest. I hate you bitches.
Wow.
To replay the
If you're doing the meanest and the baddest ones, Terry, then you must be doing something right.
I would assume so.
Right.
Yeah.
Why she hate them?
Then I think all women need some bumpy-ass Rumpelstiltskin faces.
Okay.
Because isn't the goal to suck the meanest and the baddest ones?
Sure.
Okay. You see my point, then?
I do. She doesn't like them.
Sucking the meanest and baddest. I hate you bitches.
Oh, maybe that's why she hates them bitches.
Oh, she can't.
She can't get the meanest and the baddest.
There you go. Got it.
She can only get the nicest and the... Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Really, the anti word would be for baddest. But anyway, you get the point.
I do.
Smallest.
Yeah.
I was going to go smallest, but...
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Anyway.
To replay the message, press message delete.
You know what I hate?
Oh, jeez.
I hate all these motherfuckers in this world trying to tell me what to do with my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Terry.
Me too.
She reminded me that I have some not T-Man calls, some T-Man I Hate You hotline calls to get to at some point this week, Terry.
Right.
People are getting their hate off their chest and their Rumpelstiltskin faces left and right, Terry. And they're all lined up, ready to be played. The Dairy Queen is no more.
No.
And hopefully the day will come where the people who tell you what to do with with your own damn life will be a thing of the past.
I hate all these motherfuckers in this world trying to tell me what to do with my life. You know, if they want my life, they need to walk in my shoes.
That's a good point.
Sure is.
Yes.
It's my body. I do what I want.
Oh, gee. Speaking of that, Friday morning, as we talked about, Terry, is going to be the big casting call, if you will. The big morning where we take an undiscovered lady or two or 15 or 20 or who knows how many, and we make them official car show models for the May 13th car show at the Tacoma Dome. She'll be doing everything that all the other car models do. She'll blend in with all the professional car models that have been hired from modeling agencies, et cetera, and... anyone is invited, and I want to make sure Pasty knows to take those applications of people that are applying and schedule them all for Friday morning.
Whoa. Absolutely.
None Thursday, none Saturday.
Whoa.
Couple of side deals I'm sure you work out for yourself, though.
Oh, yeah.
All on Friday. Friday morning. I'm going to be here.
Bright and early?
That's right.
Whoa.
You all right there, Pasty? It's getting all choked up over there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You might want to get that out of your system before you call them up and confirm.
That would be good, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's your endorsement for smoking, kids.
That's right. You're going to be here, Terry?
Yes. I think I will.
Hopscotch will be here judging. Steve will be here judging. Rowdy Roddy Piper will be here judging. My question is, Do we need any more judges than that? We got...
Well, I thought we were going to have Delilah.
Well, we always talk about having Delilah when we have a big judging morning because she's been very available to us over the past number of months or years. Has it been years yet? Not quite.
Not quite.
And should we call her and ask her to be a judge? Or
Sure.
does that get to be a little bit much as far as the overwhelming amount of judges for one particular morning?
She usually brings treats.
She brings treats. That's something we have to factor in.
Homemade treats, by the way.
She also
has her people make them.
Has people she brings down with her. It gets a little cluttered in here. My question is, well, I'm asking you, do you want me to have Pasty call Delilah and see if she wants to be a judge for the big car show model tryout, Terry? Or just keep it Rowdy Roddy Piper focusing on the Bristol region in a version of Piper Knows Chest, which could certainly beat the ratings of Hogan Knows Best any day.
Right.
Yes, that's right. Piper Knows Chest this Friday morning, ladies and gentlemen. And any other judges, like the gas man? Is there someone that we haven't had ever as a judge that we need to have down here that we should invite? Maybe former Governor Locke. I mean, what do you want to do here?
Well, you know, I kind of liked
former Governor Locke keeps calling me saying, anything you have involving women, invite me.
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
He does love it.
Especially white women.
What?
All right, maybe that's not true, but we could call him anyway, Terry.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why are you calling back?
Can I be a judge?
Absolutely not.
Of what? You're gay. You don't even like women.
Then I'm not partial. I can give them a fair assessment.
But there's the aroma factor that we're concerned about.
Oh,
there is no aroma.
He can reach those spots now.
Barely.
I'm not convinced of that, Terry.
Oh, really?
We're going to have someone go over and have him prove it, that he can reach every nook and cranny, and I still think that's at least 80 pounds away.
Okay.
If Jimmy Fred has to go over and smell him,
that's right.
Then we'll let him in.
Okay, I'll see you Friday morning.
Oh, gee.
Great. No, you're not coming down. If you come down, you're going to be not allowed in the building.
I'll see you.
I'll see ya.
Terry, back to the judges we want down here, as opposed to the ones who force themselves on us. Oh, just.
I like Delilah, but, you know, it is your deal.
I mean, Delilah, I definitely like Delilah. There's no doubt about that. And Delilah likes us, and there's definitely a time and place for Delilah to participate in the show. I'm just not sure Friday morning is one of those mornings. I'm not saying it's not yet either. I haven't committed on that yet. So I'm just wondering, any names you want to throw out there to discuss before we rule them in or out?
Ron Sims? Maybe he's not doing a date night.
Could be date night.
He's got date breakfast that morning, too. Steven, anyone you're thinking about?
It's too bad you allow a wrestler down when the one guy who loved it the most is not here.
Oh, jeez. How about Eddie Gordito? What do you say about Eddie
Gordito? That'd be good.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe you can look into a new line of work.
How about Rick Riz?
Talking to...
Ponytail.
Oh, it is. Well, there's a lot of people out there that certainly could be considered.
I know Gas loves the broads. He said it before.
Oh, dear. So why don't you...
Rashard Lewis. What is he doing?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you guys write down a bunch of names, and they'll be discussed tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll discuss whether they're interesting enough to be a judge for the big car show trial. But the point is, any ladies out there who want to be a car show model and never knew how to get started in the business, it's not too late for you to apply. Pacey's going to be making those phone calls to all the people that have applied or called him, or I don't know how they get in touch with him, but whoever has made some effort to say, yes, T-Man, I have no qualifications or no background in this industry at all, and that's fine. No experience required.
Right.
All you got to do is think that you got the goods to come down Friday morning. We'll evaluate you, and if we think you look, pretty much what it comes down to, if you look good enough to be a car show model and make the show better, why wouldn't I put you in?
Right. Now, how many guys are you taking?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably 0.
Oh.
But nothing is out of the question. If you believe, and you can talk me into the fact that there's a guy that comes down here, Terry, if any guys come down, and I doubt that'll happen, that there's a guy that comes down here that you believe makes the car show a better car show because of him being there, then I'll listen to your argument.
Well, I think a nice-looking guy, well-built guy with some six-pack abs sprawled across.
Okay, I'll do
it. Well, you got to realize,
begging you.
You know, I mean, they just...
you got to realize the average clientele that shows up at a car show is a man.
Sure, but you also, we've discussed that females do come along with their man.
Oh, jeez.
And while their man is watching the car show models that are female, then the woman can watch the car show
Jerry, maybe
models that are
maybe you
male.
should save this argument on Friday if and only if and when there is a gentleman who's come down here that you think makes a good addition to the car show.
Okay.
Then I'll listen to this overall argument.
All right.
Until then, you're just wasting my time.
So, fellas, come on.
But I was about to say, the phone lines are going to be opened for about 10 minutes from now to the show. Well, the show is over. But from now until the next 10 minutes. And Pasty will be answering calls for anyone who says, yeah, I haven't applied yet, but I want to be there Friday to see if I can become a car show model.
Perfect.
I mean, how many times in my life do I get an opportunity like this?
You can email him, too. He's on the website.
1-866-663-T-MAN is a toll-free number, 1-866-663-T-MAN. And, of course, yes, as just spoken about by Hot Shots Guy, we have the application on www.thetmanshow.com.
There you go.
Yeah, Pacey loves emails.
www.thetmanshow.com or 1-866-663-T-MAN. Steven, you have anyone you want to offer?
As far as a guest?
How about Marge?
I'm sure she'd love it.
That'd be awesome.
Does Marge want to be a judge to decide what model needs to be put in the car show?
I don't know. We'll have to give her a call and see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she'd love it.
Well, if Marge is interested, you let us know, and then we'll discuss whether or not she can be a judge, but I don't see any reason why Marge, if she is interested, shouldn't be a judge.
Right.
Marge has dated you in the studio?
On the same day as Roddy Piper?
She has been in the studio before.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Her and Piper may hit it off?
Oh,
that could
wow.
be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Call Piper Dad.
Yeah. Imagine if this was the beginnings of a relationship that leads to Stephen being Rowdy Piper's stepson.
Rowdy Daddy Piper?
Mm-hmm. Possibilities are endless. Okay.
Oh, goody.
You'll all let me know.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
The T-Man.